What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live, Coach Dan, by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
I love nothing more than watching Lions Talk Live every morning. Woo!
Woo!
Hey, well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host, once again, Dan Thornton. Hey, want to thank you all for joining us here today, Lions Talk Live. And you know what? It's a game day. And it's not just a game day, but it's a game day where I think all Lions fans are going to be able to say one thing. There's a whole lot of things that have gone down today in the first window, let alone yesterday for the Detroit Lions and everybody in between. I think we can all agree the Chicago Bears, you know what? They are going to be heading out and playing against San Francisco. That's a plus for the Detroit Lions. I think we've got a real chance at San Francisco beating them. But as you guys also know, how about the Green Bay Packers? Lost yesterday, and then, yes, it does sound like Jordan Love. You know what? We'll see what they can do to try to get him back on the field by next Saturday night, but they are going to be fighting the clock. As you guys know, the NFL takes this concussion protocol pretty dang serious, and that is correct that, yes, can he get through all 5 layers of that recovery in time for the game? I would be shocked if he did. But with that being said, the NFL also knows money's on the line, so we'll see what shakes out. If you do not already know, I'll bring you up to speed. J.J. McCarthy, along with a couple other players from the Minnesota Vikings, were knocked out of the 1 o'clock game. I'm not so sure on a short week if they're going to be able to fix that right hand, get him up and running. I don't know the full extent of that injury. But if he's out, we all probably know, or if you don't know, their backup quarterback isn't the greatest in Minnesota. The Lions could really be set up, win today, might have a real ideal situation on Christmas Day against the Minnesota Vikings. Then, whether you like me saying it or not, you're going to have a little extra time to get ready for the Chicago Bears in Chicago. Now, Chicago could pull off, I guess what some of us would be thinking, a bit of an upset win this week. We'll have to wait and see, but whatever it is, the Lions have a whole lot going for them leading into these last 3 games. Detroit, once left for dead by a lot of people in the national media and maybe even some of the Lions fans, not so much anymore. The Lions have stuff going on and some cards, dominoes, starting to fall their way. What do you guys think, Duke Crew? If I had to ask you right now, what's your score prediction for today's game? Furthermore, what do you think is setting up for the Detroit Lions the remaining 2 games after today? Lions go 3-0. They might just win the NFC North, be the number 2 seed. Some things, yes, do have to go their way for that to shake out, but it is starting to line up almost like a perfect situation for them. A couple earlier games, let's get it to you. Speaking of the Vikings, they did win by 3 points against the Giants. Buccaneers once looked like they were steamrolling through the NFC North. Not so much anymore. They can't get out of their own way, and they lost to the Panthers 23-20. Panthers took the lead with under 2 minutes to go. And you guys know that is to a certain degree could help the Detroit Lions, because the Detroit Lions, if somehow the Bucs were able to finish tied for the final playoff spot in the NFC, Lions would have the advantage there. We'll have to see how that goes. Other scores, not exactly Lions related. Chargers 34, Cowboys 17, Bengals 45, Dolphins 21, Bills 23, Browns 20. Say what you want about records. I know a lot of people that watch this show often, when the Lions struggle against a team with a lesser record, they go, man, we should blow them out, this, that, and the other thing. Man, I can only give you my interpretation being a coach that records don't ever mean anything. Look at the Buffalo Bills. Look at the vast difference between their record and the Cleveland Browns. I know there were some Lions fans that said, man, fire everybody, cut this guy, redraft that guy, because the Lions, didn't have the best day against Cleveland Browns, but still the Buffalo Bills, most would say, are a Super Bowl contender, and they barely snuck by in that game. Chiefs, Titans, I think we all agree that Chiefs at this point are playing for draft status, and, go for with that as you want. Rest some veteran players. They got demolished by the Titans 26-9. Nobody probably figured that one coming in. Last one of the early slated games, the Saints 29, the Jets 6. So there you go with that one. Duke Crew, let's go through with you guys real quick. I think Riley and he's got a coaching friend of his, might join us at the halftime, but we'll see from that. JDC, go Lions. I like the way you're thinking with an exclamation point. Conan the Barbarian. Hey, JDC, I'm feeling good about today. I think a lot of Lions fans probably are feeling pretty dang good about this one. Let's see. Pat, grit afternoon. It's always grit afternoon with the Duke Crew, I would think. Bo Booth. Hey, Duke Crew, I'm not watching the games that are on during the 1 o'clock time slot. Bills, Browns, Chargers, Cowboys. 9 should come on 4:30. Exclamation point. Woo! I think you are not alone. A lot of people probably got other stuff done trying to get ready for the big primetime game for the Detroit Lions later today. We've got about 16 minutes or so until that one gets going. Pat, I got the Cowgirls on. Oh, and hopefully you enjoy the game. But yeah, come on 4:30. Riley, let's go. Exclamation point. Excited for this one. I think we all probably are pretty excited about this. And why wouldn't you be? Because you know what? Lions, they got real opportunity here. Sorry if I'm double dipping here, trying to do some updates. Since this is on CBS in my area, I don't get the greatest reception with the digital antenna since I live right next to a radio station. They got the big tower out there, so I'm going to have to watch it other means. I have to wait for that connection to go active. All right, Doug, let's see. Oh, sorry. Riley O'Brien, let's go. Excited for this one. Plus, I have a great guest that will be joining me for halftime. Hey, there you go. Like I said, while holding things down for Coach Dan. And thank you, as always, for that, Riley. Doug, our offense may have to win each of the final games for us. I just haven't seen much from the D. The D, I get it. Very maligned. A lot of people upset with it. Injuries have destroyed the secondary, but we are getting some people back as far as, some of the backups like Thomas and Harper, etc. We'll see if those guys can fill in, and maybe somebody else can sneak on into the conversation, make us all feel a little bit better as we go on here. All right, Jess, am I wrong, or are there any games that really help or hurt us today? I don't think there was. Maybe you could say the Minnesota Vikings game to a certain degree because that's the next team up for us after this one. But let's be fair. You got to take care of business. You can't get caught staring down other teams while you're worried about the one in front of you here today. Pittsburgh fighting for their own division. There's going to be a lot of people say that, hey, for those who don't know, I think it would be best for the Lions to win and then the Baltimore Ravens to lose today, just because that would force a better scenario, in my humble opinion, for the Lions next week, with the Ravens really needing to win. Pat, no, but the Chargers-Dallas game is pretty good. Herbert's putting on a show. Yeah, and he's doing it basically one-handed. As you guys know, he's struggling a little bit for sure with that broken, at least fractured hand. All right, I see that they've got the let's see if they got the talking about the Lions game right now on the TV set. So, all right, K-Heat, one game at a time. Let's go Lions. Exclamation point. Said like a coach. Dean, we can't make the playoffs without winning one game, because without the first win, we can't get to 2 or 3 in a row. I'll agree with you there. I see Riley is warming up on deck. He's getting stretched out and ready. All right, see Eddie, go Lions. I like the way you're thinking. Clark, hey, Coach, we can still get the number 2 seed, right? Correct. We still can. Few things got to go our way, but yes, it is quite possible. Susan, come on, Lions. Bring that W home. I like it, like indeed. Miller Ward, I'm really wanting to see the pass rush to up Rodgers. I think a lot of Lions fans would be quite happy with that. Conan, Love out for Green Bay, more than likely next week. JJ out for the Vikings most of the day and next week against us. Woo! Give me one, Coach. You want one? I'll give you one. How about a 1, 2, and a 3? And will you go? Michael, go Lions. One pride. Always got to have pride in the Lions, right? Lions Talk Live fan. 45-23 Lions. I'd take that. The Ronin. There is narrow way through a return as Kings of the North. There is a narrow way for us to return as Kings of the North. Now, just get her done. Ronin, sorry. I'll agree. All right. Let's see. We will win the next 3 games in the Bears stink. We'll be to die out west versus the 49ers before they slay them the next Sunday. Hey, let's slay them indeed. Get them beat down. Pat, wouldn't that be fun? I think it would be fun. All right, guys, let's go over to our special guest of the day. He's going to be joining us in and out throughout the show. Let's get over to Riley O'Brien. Riley, how you doing this game day, my friend? Riley, you're muted. It's always sound issues with Lions Talk Live. We like to keep you guys on your toes. Make sure you're at home paying attention. Still waiting for you. It's all right. We got you. Feel free whenever you get a second. All right. Well, Riley's having some technical difficulties, but friends of the show know that, hey, no sound never slows us down. Because hey, that's never happened to me, right? See, Trim Reaper is laughing. Hey, we try to keep it entertaining for you, right? You always want to be entertained when you're on air. But with living the life of Riley, I would agree. Let's see, Cowboys Commanders at 1 p.m. Lions Vikings 4:30 on Christmas Day. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was another game, a later game, but maybe not as much. All right, Trim River, not feeling well, but trying to will my up for the game. Hey, try to get better, my friend. Jared Goff is going to have a big day. I think that's a possibility, Mark. I think you're spot on with that. Trim River, let's go Lions. Woo! With an exclamation point or two. Let's see, Bobo. Our kingdom will rise for the ones who believe. I think we all believe in the abilities of this team. All right, Riley.
You got me.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, all right. There we go. Hey, we'll work through this, man. This is, I guess it, like you said, some happens every time, right? But you just roll with the punches.
Exactly. All you can do is overcome the obstacle, I'd like to say. And man, sound sometimes gets me too. So don't worry about it. All right, let's talk about today's game. What do you think of the matchup that we're facing here today?
You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me go close my door. I realize there's an airplane flying by. So one more technical sound thing to overcome. I will be right back.
All right, Riley, trying to fly on out of here. He wants to get over to the game, and I don't blame him. It should be a good one at Ford Field. So, hey, no mistakes there. Lions are in do-or-die mode. If you're a Lions fan, you are well aware of the situation. Win 3 in a row, you're probably going into the playoffs. Yes, there is a small percentage chance you wouldn't make it, but you know what? I'm going to just say this. You win out, you're going to get in. And worst case scenario, if you didn't get in, you're going to be 11-6. And, man, Lions fans, if you're long-suffering ones like me, you understand. Seasons like that don't come around very often. Take them when you get them, even though it might not be the most ideal situation. Bears, hey, I know there are some Lions fans upset that they won last night. Some were happy. There's people that are going to be divided between whether or not you wanted Green Bay to win or Chicago to win. Here's what we know. Green Bay blew a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go and got beat in overtime. Bears, you still play them one more time. They're going to go out, and as you guys know, they're going to face the 49ers after or next game up, and then the Lions play them after that, so we'll have to wait and see what swings by. Riley, how's that sound going?
I think I'm good. I think I'm dialed in.
All right, dialed in. I like it. It is game time, my friend.
Awesome.
All right,
yeah.
So what do you think the Lions need to do to come on out and be victorious here today?
Yeah, so we talked about it the other day when I was on the show in the morning. And first of all, I just wanted to say as well that, look, you hear it all the time, Coach Dan, the cliches of a must-win. Well, we're there. This is must-win. Based on the Chicago-Green Bay result from last night, we know now the Lions have to win these 3 games, right, as well as get a little help. So you got to take care of business, what's in front of you. And, I've seen both angles of it. What makes you think the Lions are going to win 3 in a row when they've won 4 of their last 9? And then the other side of that coin is what makes you think they're going to lose today? They haven't lost 2 in a row and however long it's been. I talked on Wednesday about a turnover battle. I do think it's going to come down to time of possession. Jared Goff has only thrown 5 interceptions on the year. Let's hope he stays clean in that area as well today. Interestingly, Pittsburgh's offense is not one of the higher offenses in the NFL, but when they get in the red zone, they are very, very efficient. So the Lions defense is going to have to, they're going to have to come up with an extra turnover or 2. I feel like in this game, if they can win the time of possession, I feel like the Lions can be able to be successful today.
You look at Jared Goff, the Lions, the emergence of Jameson Williams. We talked about it a little bit on the show this week leading this game. Pittsburgh secondary isn't one of the best ones in the NFL. In fact, it's one of the bottom tier secondaries in the NFL. They play a bunch of zone. They're not athletic. They're not fast. They're not overly big. where do you think, or how much damage do you think the Detroit Lions offense could potentially do to the Pittsburgh Steelers defense?
Yeah, that's a great point. And I know Coach Tim, who will be joining me at halftime, I was talking with him earlier today as well. And, we're looking for that early deep shot to Jamison Williams. Where can you take the top off? I mean, being at the game Sunday and we all saw it, boy, the offense was playing. They were cooking. They were playing so well. Jared Goff's quarterback rating at halftime was like 146 or somewhere up there. So once again, you have confidence in the Lions offense. But just like you said, the concern that when you look at Detroit, it's okay with all the injuries in the secondary. You've got Amik Robertson and DJ Reed as your top 1 and 2 corners. Well, both guys are 5'9", $180. They're not overly big. So then there's the concern of, can you exploit those guys? For Detroit's offense, it's kind of the same thing. I just feel like you've got to be able to utilize Jamison's speed. And I don't have any doubt that the Lions offensive unit will be able to perform today. But yeah, just like as you're talking about, I would like to see a deep shot early to Jamison. Just make sure this isn't one of those games where he doesn't get his first, catch until the fourth quarter.
A lot's been made of the Lions rushing attack, the difference between Montgomery between Gibbs. I can only imagine the headaches trying to figure out how to make both these guys happy, make the offense work. Because Gibbs, I get it. He has not run as well at times against certain defenses. They've been stacked up against them. But he is generational talent. We all know his accolades. Not going to go through them all. Dave Montgomery, maybe they don't worry about him running as much, but when he's in there, he is powering through the line. How do you get both guys going here today?
Yep. Another great thing that I'm looking for in this game is, and I mentioned that Wednesday during the show, I remember turning to my dad at the game Sunday and saying that, it was one of the few instances where Montgomery and Gibbs were on the field at the same time. And I just thought, the thought was that was going to be more, prevalent than it's turned out to be. So we'll see, man. I whether it's Morton or Campbell, whoever's collaboratively they're designing these plays. Certainly, I think you've got to have both guys on the field because it's as much as the Lions have scored a lot of points this year, it just doesn't feel the same. And I feel like the number one reason why, obviously, there's a lot of reasons in the line, but what's the missing ingredient? What's that thing that's different? It's that how many times Montgomery got the carry and he got hit at 4 yards, but then he went down at 6 or 7 or 8 every time. And it just feels like, where's that been? You look at the box score and it's 6 carries and 1.5 kind of a thing for Montgomery, 32 yards. We know that he's a lot more capable than that. So you certainly, that it causes headaches trying to figure out a way, but it's a good problem to have. You've got to find a way to get both those guys the ball.
So when you look at the Lions, let's talk about the defense. We get it. Branch is gone. Boy, everybody could ask for it from the Detroit secondary as far as Branch, Kirby, etc. They're not coming back this year. What's Kelvin Shepherd have to do to try to get this unit right back on the field and making some plays?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because he was talking about during the, throughout the week saying we've got to change things up. Now he emphasized it's not a change of the scheme. You can't change that during the season, but you think of it and you think of any secondary that's got 3 of 4 guys out that are high draft picks and Pro Bowl players and players you were relying on being successful. They're a huge part of this team. I don't know how you piece it together. The Legion of Whom, right? The Tampa Bay game that we did earlier this year, I just was so blown away and impressed with how they stayed above water and that secondary, kept afloat. Now it's just a matter of, what you're going to get from Jack Campbell. What you're going to get from Aiden Hutchinson, at least as far, you don't know what the stats are going to look like, but you've got players that what you're going to get. And then it's just a matter of who is going to step up and make that play. Who's going to make the interception? Who's going to make the big punch out a fumble or something that's, not one of the name. Like I said, you get what you get from Campbell and Hutchinson and all those guys. So somebody else has to step up and, get their name announced on the screen.
Well, we've got just a couple minutes to go until the week kickoff here, just under 5 minutes on my screen. Again, I don't have the digital antenna up and running. The wife and I, we live fairly near a radio station because of it blocks some of the VHF waves that we need for the digital antenna to pick up certain channels. So I'm having to use a second source and hopefully don't have to go grab a third source downstairs because I know the third source is about 30, 40 seconds behind. But, hey, all right, let's give some predictions here, Riley. If you're a betting man, we're not saying that you are, what kind of a game do you think Jared Goff unleashes today?
I see a 3-4 touchdown game, maybe 3 touchdowns because I think you'll get some from Gibbs and Montgomery. I think the Lions are going to be able to come out and score close to 40 points. Maybe I'll say they scored 37 points. It's just going to be, again, it might almost kind of look a little bit what we saw on Sunday. I don't think the Steelers are as good as the Rams, but as far as the offensive exchanges, it might be a similar kind of a thing. And then it's just a matter of, can you get that, like I said, 1 or 2 stops where you can gain a little bit of traction. And so you're not just, trading point for point and neutralizing each other all, throughout the game. So I feel like Goff, you know what he's going to get. Hopefully, I'll say this, if he can end the game, and I almost knock on wood, turnover free, I feel like the Lions will get close to 40 points. I'll say they score 37 points, and I think that'll be enough to win, should be enough to win. 34 should have been enough to win on Sunday, but again, it's just ever since Philadelphia, the defense has been, you look at the points for and points against through, I did this yesterday, going through a whole list, and you can circle the points against for the Lions, and that's the reason that they're 8-6.
If you had to guess how many sacks the Detroit Lions defense gets today, what number are you throwing out at fans?
I'm going to say 2.
2? Okay, who gets them?
Let's say Hutch gets 1. I'm going to say he gets 1.5, and then somebody gets in on half of, of the second one with him. If it get anything more, and I'll tell you, man, that play Sunday, when he got that pick, you're talking about just elite level instincts. And that was, too bad he kept looking back 4 or 5 times. Wish he would have just darted forward and maybe he had enough speed, but that was a hell of a play. And, if we can get another one of those, man, how about the Hutchinson interception? How sweet would that be? Get another one on Rodgers. He's had some success against Rodgers for sure. So, hey, if he keeps that going today, like I said, I think it'll be a close game at halftime, probably, honestly close all the way through. But maybe the Lions can just have a little home field advantage today, and we need it for sure.
Well, we'll take it. Any advantage they can get is a good advantage to have. So, Riley, you're going to jump on at halftime?
Yeah, yep. Coach Tim and I will be on here at halftime, so I'll be back here about the 2-minute warning, and then we'll hold it down for you, Coach Dan, while you take a break, and then be ready to go.
All right, we will see you then, my friend. Cheer on the Lions, and hey, thanks for making a little time to join the Duke
pleasure.
crew in the early portions of the pregame show.
Let's go. Let's get this win, Duke crew.
All right, we'll see you soon. All right, anybody joining us here, here's how it works on the live stream. I do the play-by-plays. You guys probably know if you've watched any live streams. Can't show the game. The NFL and YouTube drop the big hammer on you if you do that. So I'll do the play-by-play. I am having to use a secondary source to call the game today. I've got Jim Nance and Tony Romo talking right now. They just came on the screen. I get that my source isn't the greatest, but hey, I'll try to power through it. Make it as entertaining for you guys. Be respectful of each other in the comment section. Don't be rude or whatever. I know there's a lot of Lions fans have been their feelings the last month and a half as far as wanting more out of the season. All I know is I'm positive, Pete, and what I can say is I think the Lions have a real shot today. I think they have a real shot to win out and get to the playoffs. May prove to be right, may prove to be wrong, but be cool to each other in the comment section. All right, guys, if I had to ask you, where are you with your streams or whatever you're watching it on? I've got Tony Romo talking right now. They just showed Aaron Rodgers showing his last 2 games, 75.4 completion percentage, highest in the NFL during that time frame, and we're just moments away from kickoff. If my stream or the secondary source I'm using becomes a real problem, I'll have to pause or at least, go blank on the screen while I go downstairs, get my other source. The problem with that is about a 30-second delay typically from when I'm calling something out, and I know most of you guys are happy you guys will receive it, but hopefully we're not too far apart here. So try to make the best out of it is all we can do. Okay, what do you got, Dan? We need to get you a jersey with Positive Pete on it. Hey, make that happen. I've got the sideline reporter. I don't know her name, talking about it right now. Notable injuries, Steelers on defense. Watt out, Herberg out with a hamstring, and James Pierce. I like James Pierce, by the way. He is out as well. Missing defensive starters for the Lions, Kirby Joseph on the IR, Achilles for Brian Branch on the IR, and Terrion Arnold on the IR as well. No surprises there, I would think. So let it be. Lions going to have to fight through all those guys. I just had a crazy idea. All right, Pittsburgh getting ready to go ahead and kick it off here. We'll see what shakes out. Lions are going to get the ball first, and then obviously Pittsburgh at the half will take control of the ball. All right. Lions at the 20. 25. He's going to fall for it depending on where they mark him. Looks like they're going to put him down around the 22-yard line. All right. Again, this stream is not great than I have right now, so apologies. It's already giving me some issues. All right. So to try to power through it is all I can do. So, dang it. All right. Lions, looks like Jared Goff in the huddle right now. Trying to make something happen here. And looks like he's breaking the huddle now. Let's see what the Lions can do. First opportunity of the day. Goff throws it back, and it's St. Brown for about a 7-yard gain. Good way to start the drive. Jim in Florida trying to listen. Hey, we'll try to help you through that there, Jim. Try to get you through it all. All right. And I'm going to try to load on my phone a secondary source just in case I run into any real problems with this first source. I've used it before. It wasn't a big problem, but you know what? Just to have a backup, right? Who doesn't like to have a backup? Backup plan. All right. Goff under center. He's going to play action pass. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down, unfortunately. Immediate pressure in his face, and Goff's going to go down for about a 5-yard loss. Yeah, showing it on the replay. Somebody didn't pick up the right person, and Goff play action doesn't have time. And boy, I don't know who that was that let him go, but wow, just let him walk into the backfield and get Goff. Not a great situation or way to start. All right, 3rd and 11 now. Goff empty backfield. Gibbs motioning back in. They're going to swing it out to Gibbs on a bit of a screen. He's going to get about a minus half-yard loss there. Not a great series to open the game for the Detroit Lions. Negative yards on that play. The Lions seem to love to throw nothing but screens. 3 and out to start the game. You are right. Already gone. Correct. In fact, I'll put this on. All right, there's the punt. It's up there. It's out there. It's gone there. And he's going to field it about the 21. Be knocked out just shy of the 30. 53-yard punt. Rodgers coming back, and yes, he knows this team all too well. Obviously having played in Green Bay all those years. The 42-year-old ageless wonder? Can we say that about Aaron Rodgers? All right, let's see what the Lions defense can do here, because obviously not a great start to the game for the Detroit Lions offense. All right, Rodgers coming out here. They're going to go 13. No, check that. They've got 2 receivers out there. Play action pass. And unfortunately, my stream is just breaking up left and right. Sorry about that, guys. I may have to just defer and go get the other one. Sorry, guys. I thought this wouldn't be a big problem. But I may have to go get the other one. And, yeah, then I'll be about 30 seconds behind. See if I can clean it up a little bit. But there's only so much I can do. Ay vey. All right, 2nd and 10. And yeah, I'm having issues with my stream. All right, Lions showing man. It's going to be a run. Warren's going to take the first down, and before Captain Jack brings him down after about a 12-yard gain. So what I'm going to do, guys, is during the first commercial or next commercial, I'm going to go ahead and get my other streaming source from downstairs and try to use that. I mean, there's less issues with it. The downside is there is a slower feed to it. All right, Lions, what are you going to do? Can you fix the ship here? Can you get some D? And can I get a stream that doesn't break down all the time? That would be phenomenal. So, all right, guys, I'm having issues galore. Maybe I can try to do something else here. All right, it's 2nd and 10 as I'm trying to get this thing to work. Rodgers dropped back to pass, throw, but a little too high and nearly picked off by Alex Anzalone. All right, so is what it is. All right, I'm trying to fix this thing, guys, as best I can. Yeah, I'm just having a lot of issues. Oy vey. Got an idea. All right, let's see if I can fix this. Sorry, guys. It was working fine earlier, and then obviously not so fine now. All right. Damn. Well, all right, guys. I tell you what, give me a second. I'm going to go try to fix it. Be right back. All right, I'm getting it fixed on my main screen here. So again, because I'm using this other provider, it's going to be a little slow. So some of you guys are going to be 30 or so seconds ahead of me. Nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately, the other one is not working so well. So making the best out of it that I can. So sorry about that, guys. All right, pulling up the Lions game. Getting it on the TV. I see Hutch must have done something. So guessing he got a sack. I guess you guys can let me know. But it looks like on 4th and 14, Pittsburgh's going to kick a field goal to take the early lead. All right. Let's see what we do. Sorry again for the issues, but it seems that we're back on track, but going to be a little bit delayed. So it is what it is. All right. What happened on that first possession? Not too much, man. Not too much at all. And I do have to fix the screen because I cannot show the game. So to say that the offensive line on the first series wasn't good would be a good one. Got a sack. Thanks, Coach Rock. Let's go Lions. See Mr. O'Brien and the little people. There you go. Hookadoo. Hey, Riley. Lions are going to roar. I'm hoping so. Hey, Hookadoo, says Cynthia. And then what up, though, Riley? All right. So, again, I'm probably, since I'm going to have to use this other service for the game, probably going to be a little behind some of you. Maybe not all of you. But it's the best I can do, unfortunately, as of today. All right. So, what else did I miss while I was trying to figure this all out? Lions got a sack from Hutchinson. Anything else? Let me know your thoughts and words of wisdom, if you would, please. Catching me up to speed. All right. Let's see. Not really big, I think, on the NFL scoreboard as far as the Lions the rest of the way. But game stats, yes. We've got the Lions so far. Hey, Goff 2 for 2 for 7 yards. And then Aiden Hutchinson with 1 sack already. Good start for him. All right, see Cynthia. Hello, Coach Dan, Dre Day, and Bo Booth. Exclamation point back at you, Cynthia. Riley, yes, sir. Exclamation point, Hookadoo and Trim. Old film starring Sean Connery. All right, I must have missed something. Run the ball. I like the way you're thinking. Let's see, Trim Raver. What up, though, Riley? Hey, Hookadoo. All right, all caught up. All right, so Lions, hey, defense held them to 3. Now, offense. You guys saw it on the first drive. Even as busted up as my provider was, you could see it that the Lions offensive line had some issues to start the game. They're going to have to fix that, or it's going to be a real long game for the Detroit Lions. So let's see what they can do on the second one here. All right. I've got Santa and CBS News back on, or excuse me, CBS Sports back on it here. So just so you guys know where I'm at. All right. So I'll do the play-by-play now that I can actually see it. Hopefully do a pretty good job with it. Or at least try to. All right. And I get some of you guys are going to have a different timing on the feed, but it's the best I can do. And, can't worry about what I can't control. All righty. Lions offense. Let's get going forward down the field. Somebody once said. I know some of you guys, if you want, you can pause it, try to let me catch up to you, whatever you need to do. All right. There's the kickoff to the Lions. Lions going to field it about the 3. He's at the 20, the 25, the 30. He's going to go down around the 34-yard line. Lions' second drive of the day. Decent position. Let's see if the offensive line can actually block. That would help exponentially. Tony Romo showing replays at Gibbs. Amon-Ra St. Brown now being highlighted here. All right. We got strong formation, split receivers, 1 high, 1 low, 2 running backs in the backfield. The second running back is a tight end. Gibbs fumbles, but recovers it. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards for the Detroit Lions. Offense, not having a great start to the day. Gibbs just kind of loses it. Don't really see where somebody grabbed the ball or his arm, grabbed his leg, and he just lost it. Lions, 2nd and 14 for the second straight series. Not a great start. Can't blame the line there. Goff going to make a line adjustment, go to the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers low plus a tight end. Gibbs to his low side. He takes the snap, drops back, 7-step drop, swings it out to the tight end, 88, who's going to get about 3 yards. Lions going to face another 3rd and long. Goff still 3 for 3, maybe 10 yards now. Frisker with that reception for 3 yards. All right. And they're showing highlights of, Houston and the Raiders. Raiders, my opinion, might be the worst team in football. All right, 3rd and 12. Shotgun formation, 2 low, motioning 1 high, now 2 high. Goff making another check adjustment. Gibbs to his high side. Goff's got time. He throws it short to, it looks like Khalif Raymond, who fights his way for the Detroit Lions. First down. Way to turn a short pass into something meaningful, and the Lions pick up a much-needed first down there. Hey, just so you guys know, I just obviously called that play. How am I lining up with you guys? I mean, I get nothing I can do to speed it up or slow it down for you, but just so you know, I know this streamer is usually a little bit slower, but reliable. Clears out the zone. Multiple people. J-Mo did go long there. Goff under center now. Line check adjustment at the 45. Gibbs in the backfield. 2 tight ends out there. They're going to hand it off to Gibbs, who's hit originally in the backfield. Fights his way forward for about 2, maybe 3 yards, depending on where they mark him. Looks like 2. They're going to say 2nd and 7 on the screen, though. For 1 more year trim? Hey, for 1 more year indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, 2nd and 7 is a whole lot better than 2nd and 14 in other situations we've seen. So it's progress. All right, Lions, see what we get here on 2nd and 7. Shotgun for Goff. He takes a snap. He drops up. He looks up in the pocket. He's going to unleash it, and it's caught. I believe that's Fisker. It is Fisker. All right, just trying to fix some stuff there. I'll take care of it during a commercial. All right, but yeah, don't think the screen for the TV is really in there, so it should be okay. Again, don't want YouTube coming after me. All right, Lions, another first down and driving now at the 35-yard line. Split receivers, 1 high, 1 low. St. Brown in a slight motion. Dave Montgomery gets it, and he goes nowhere. Lions offensive line, we've seen it in recent weeks, has struggled. And, one of the Pittsburgh Steelers just flipped somebody off. Said, you're number 1. Maybe not the way you want. All right, no penalty from the refs for that one, though. The birds can fly, apparently, but you can't clear your nose, they've told the Detroit Lions. 2nd and 10. Let's see what we do here. Another strong formation. 2 up high, 1 low are the receivers. Running backs Montgomery behind, and they're going to hand it off again to Dave Montgomery. Got a little bit of hole. He's got a big hole. He's got a first down and maybe a little bit more. He's going to take it down all the way to about the 16-yard line. He was rumbling, bumbling, running people over, but never fumbling. David Montgomery. Right on schedule with me. Okay, let's see. And you got him. That's telepathy, Bo. What the heck, refs? We'll find out. All right. First and 10. Goff appears to be in the shotgun. Empty backfield. 3 high, 1 low, 2 low. Check that. Gibbs in at wide receiver. And it's thrown to St. Brown, who couldn't tell if it was deflected or if dropped. But Porter seems to think he deflected it. So I'm going to go with him. 2nd and 10. Yeah, he gets a hand in there. I get it. Sorry, just trying to fix some things here. Hey, there we go. All right. Goff looking, throws it deep over the middle, caught by Fisker. Fisker making a name for himself today, about a 14-yard gain. 1st and goal, Detroit Lions with 4:33 to go and ticking. Fisker getting fiskier. Nice block on the blitz. Pickup by Gibbs. Goff under center. Gibbs behind. St. Brown high. J. Powell. J. Wow low. See what they do here. Showing blitz. They do blitz. Gibbs, though, powers forward. Maybe a yard. Maybe a yard and a half if you're real lucky. 2nd and goal. Touchdown here would be nice. You're at 3rd and goal. Well, hey, You're a couple snaps ahead of us. And again, nothing I can do about this streamer. The other ones weren't working, but this one is always reliable. Only player in NFL history with 100-plus yards from scrimmage and yards a game with 6+ something or other. Couldn't catch it all. 2nd and goal. Tesla in motion to the high side. Cracking back. And that play is going nowhere as somebody forgot to block the opposing linebacker. Jack Sawyer dropped the hammer, and Lions are going to lose about 2.5 yards on that one. Nobody even thought about blocking the linebacker. Mahogany, I think, was asked to come over, but man, you're asking a left side guard to come all the way over and block the right side blitzing linebacker? That's a lot of ground to cover. It is 3rd and goal. 2 high, 1 low receiver. Dave Montgomery behind. It's a trickeration play for Amon-Ra St. Brown, who gets about 3 yards and goes down about 2 yards. We'll say 2.5 yards shy of the end zone. It is a pass to St. Brown on the trick play. Steelers showed a whole lot of guys at the line of scrimmage trying to confuse the offensive line. They did it. Looks like Dapper Dan Campbell's going to go for it, though. Detroit's at, we'll say, the 3-yard line. It is 4th and goal. Strong formation. 2 high. Man in motion's Tesla. Drops back to pass. Play action pass. Goff's got nobody open. He might have to eat this. He throws it and busted out of St. Brown's hands. Thought for a second he'd have it. Did not get it, and they knocked it away. Pittsburgh, great coverage across the board. There's nobody open. All right, Lions trail 3-0. Bree says we need an offensive coordinator. This is done. I'll have to wait till next year for that. User 73, 73 it is. Big men, all right. And one thing I forgot to do now that we're in the chat and got the show going, I am going to make it subscribers only. So kind of been more leaning on that because of the issues with YouTube and Google as of late. But there we go. Now that the chat's going, everybody should be logged in. Should be okay, I would think, at least. All right, let's see. Coach Rock, take your pants off. All right, that's up to you. Ugh, crud, please go for it. They went for it, and unfortunately didn't get it. We do. I love MCDC, but he needs money. All right, Crazy Legs Golf is trying. Field goal, we did not get the field goal. All right, Karen is going to give us the ball back. Let's hope so. That would be great. That Sawyer was shot from a cannon. Yeah, it probably helps that nobody even attempted to block him. But again, asking the left guard to come all the way over and block the opposing blitzing linebacker, probably not an ideal situation, I would assume. To each their own. All right. Got commercials going on here. Man, I'm just having problems with streaming all over the place. Must be not an ideal day for this. All right. Commercials back on. Well, Lions first, that second drive looked better than the first drive. Guess you're splitting hairs there, but it is what it is. All right, let's see. Cody, yeah, good D. Happy birthday. Happy baby. 100%. We'll have to wait and see. True coach, playing guard, didn't get there. Yeah, and asking the guy first day back to come and do that, that's a tough one. Tough one indeed. Let's see. Every run, a Steeler in the backfield. Adjustments are necessary. I agree. They're talking about Rob Reiner. Yeah, sad story about him and his family, man. Yeah. All right. I've got Aaron Rodgers on 1st and goal here. 2:07 left. True coach. Yeah, guard didn't get there yet. And let's see, Dale. True indeed. Hey, we try to speak truth. 1st and 10. 2:07 to go. Karen Rodgers operating from the 3-yard line. Strong formation. Oops, I wrote something. All right. Let's see what they do here. Send a man in motion. It's going to be a run up the middle, and they're going to lose yards. Harper knifes on in and brings him down. Going to drop him to about the 1 yard line if they're lucky. Was it DDI? I don't think it was. Boy, you can see a couple people maybe getting held by the Detroit from the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Lopez, amongst others, bring him on down there. Close to a safety. It is 2nd and 12 now. Part of I think MCDC going for it down there was having some faith in the D. We'll see if that faith is rewarded. It is 2nd and 12. Rodgers under center. He's going to throw a quick out pass. It's going to get him about 5 yards. They're going to give him the 8 yard line. Wow. 7-yard gain, huh? Well, when you back people off 5 yards, that's asking a lot. Thielen with it. It is 3rd and 5 now. Under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Pittsburgh fighting for playoff positioning. Detroit Lions fighting to get into the playoffs. It is an empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers. He's got 2 low, 2 high. One of them is a running back. Lions showing blitz. Single high coverage safety. Rodgers got time, and he wheels it out for a first down as the guy slides out of bounds. Austin catches it and gets quite a few yards there. 30 seconds to go in the opening stanza. Lions offense went for it at the 3 yard line, didn't get it. Rodgers making a line adjustment, 5 on the quarter and the clock. And they're just going to take it to the second quarter. Very fast first quarter. And it's over with Pittsburgh up 3-0, unfortunately. All right, we got top so far. We got top indeed, I guess. Lions on Netflix for Christmas. Yes, you're right, Coach Rock. Too easy when you played 10 yards off and you only need 5. Yeah, I was surprised by that once you had the 2nd and 12, but they don't ask me. Scott, what's up, Coach Dale? The Duke crew just got home from having Christmas at my daughter's. Let's go, Lions. Let's see if they can turn this thing around here. I mean, you're down 3 points. It's not like the end of the world, but still, hey, everybody's going to be the coach when something doesn't work and say what they would do differently. So I'm going to try to remove myself from that. But hopefully you had a great Christmas there, Scott, with the kids. All right, Great Lakes. All he's going is getting yards, and you pull him. Question mark? Come on. Big man with it. Great job, Reed. Great Lakes pulling Monty out again. Why? That I don't know. Ray's offense relying on our depleted defense again because Dan stuck on stubborn with Gibbs. Always DDI. Grade 8. The face mask was missed. Okay. Let's see, Dale. Go defense. We're going to need a. Whom did that? We will find out, my friend. We're in commercial right now. Yeah, okay, I got that one. Sorry about that. Lions look boring. So far, they've had the ball twice and haven't done anything with it. Maybe they should have taken the field goal. Yes. So, hey, defense here. Got an opportunity. Steelers get the ball to start the third. You need to do something here. Try to get the ball back and obviously go down and score. Easier said than done. Steelers showing multiple looks, trying to confuse the offensive line. They understand they got some new guys in, and one who hasn't played in 3 months, another guy who's never been a center before. So a lot of rotational parts for sure. All right, this is a 2019 Lions. Okay, let's hope not. Cody, I don't think it matters with Gibbs or Monty. O-line looks bad. That could be part of it. Let's see, Terry Flynn, Lions look boring. All right, I already caught that one. All right, should be back momentarily here. And still then, we've got SpongeBob going to high school or something like that on the screen. We'll see what shakes out. All right. Let's see, Trim Rebert, decaf. All right, well, it's all I'll try to be. We are surrounded. We have a target-rich environment. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. NFL Christmas is coming up indeed. All right. Gary Danielson. Showing him. Divine Child High School being shown on the screen here. All right, Lions back on defense here. Hutchinson being shown. Rogers under center. 2 high, 1 low receiver with 1 running back behind. 1st and 10. Motion a tight end of the backfield for 2 2 backs. And they're going to do a handoff here. He's going to get a first down and a whole lot more. Lions get gashed up the middle, and Gainwell picks up about 18. Safeties are off the line. The hole's opened up, and nobody left to pick them up. 1 Pittsburgh Steelers offensive lineman blocked 2 Lions defenders. That's not good. Let's see what they can do here. Lions need to stop here, no doubt about it. Lions showing 4 guys at the line. It looks like we may have a timeout. Or refs coming in. Not sure what's going on. Something's happening. They're taking, I think, Avante Maddox out. He's got to go get checked out in the blue tent. Somebody from above must have called down. Seems to be totally fine, though. I wonder what they saw that moved that, or caused that, I should say. All right, 1st and 10. Lions defense needs to make a play here. Shotgun formation for Aaron Rodgers. He's got 2 high, running back plus 2 or a tight end low. Now running back towards the low side. Man in motion as a tight end. They're going to hand it off, and multiple Lions bring him down, including Derek Barnes, amongst others. Going to be about a 1-yard loss, maybe a bit more. 2nd and 10 is what they got on the screen. I got to imagine it's closer to 2nd and 11. Not 7-11, though. All right. Lions now. Shotgun formation for Aaron Rodgers. 2 high, 2 low. Running back also low. Rodgers takes the snap. He's going to swing it out long and incomplete. Metcalf was the desired target. 3rd and 10. Good job, D, indeed. Let's see if they can do it one more down here. Hutchinson did beat his man watching the replay, but Rodgers, as you guys know, quick release, gets rid of the ball. Hard to confuse him. 3rd and 10. Come on, Detroit D. Shotgun formation. 2 high, 1 low. Running back now motioning low. Rodgers has it. He's under a little bit of pressure. He dumps it off and throws it out of bounds. Lions defense holds. 4th and 10. Trim Reaper says, good job, D. Woo! I'll take that. How about just good, D? My bad. Gain not well. 100%. Trim Reaper, good job, Rocky. Lions have no fire today. Well, they're firing up as they get the Pittsburgh Steelers off the field right now there, Cody. That's a good thing. All right. Karen looks upset. Probably always is, isn't he? It's hard to be Karen Rodgers. All right. Waiting for the snap and the punt. There's the snap. Here's the punt. And let's see. Lions are going to get it at the 20. There's a flag down already on the play. Probably a holding on Detroit, I'm assuming. We will see. Could be on Pittsburgh, but we'll see. Some Pittsburgh coach massaging some gum. Man, he's got a wad in that mouth. Did the gunner stay out of bounds too long? Maybe? I don't know. Taking this long to talk about it, though. All right, they're talking to Dan Campbell, so I'm assuming it's against Pittsburgh. Boy, it shouldn't take this long. Come on now. All right, so let's see. Yes, the Pittsburgh guy goes out of bounds. He goes 20, 30, 30-some yards before he comes back in. $15-yard penalty. Hey, Detroit will take that. 100%. 100%. Come on, DC. Call a good game. Stop being stubborn. All right. We'll see if Captain Dan Campbell can not be stubborn here. Justin, DJ Reed is overrated and garbage. If you want a completion, throw his way. He gives receivers 5 to 10 yards of cushion on a 3rd and 10 every time. Tony saw when the other guy did it. Okay. Tony did see when somebody else did it. Trade DJ Reed, please. Well, it's a bold strategy. We might have to wait to the offseason, though. I don't think they'll let us do it during the game. Coach Rock, Gunner out of bounds too long. Yeah. Good call there, Coach. Cody, man, refs need to hurry up. Yeah, they took a while with that, didn't they? Pierce, hard to confuse Karen since he's been around since the invention of football. Yeah, like you're pointing out there, he's this long in the league. He's going to have it's just going to be hard to catch anybody off guard with looks. Good call, Tony. Trim Rivers laughing. Karen looks upset. Yes, I believe he was. Great job, D. All caught up that way. All right, Lions going to get the ball back down 3. I guess you could say the gamble to go for it. Well, it didn't get you a touchdown on 4th and 3. It did force the Steelers back a little bit. You're playing some field position here. And we'll see where it shakes out from here. Coach Rock, what do you got? That's true. Justin playing off too far. I got to imagine if he's doing it, he's being instructed to do it, though. Justin, I agree. Xavier, Lions need to run D Monty more and have both backs out there. I know we talked about it a lot this week on the morning show. I'm just surprised they haven't done it more. Although they did use Gibbs one time I caught as a wide receiver. Phil, hey, Coach. Hey, Phil, how you doing? Pat, J. Mo, J. Powell. Hey, let's get him involved too. That's true. Yeah, okay, all caught up that way. They're all caught up both ways. All right, let's see what Dan Campbell, the OC of Detroit, has it in store. Who do you think? I mean, that's what's on my screen, too. Who do I think I are? How about that? Lions ran Gibbs in St. Brown. Should have ran D-Money and the goal line. Fisker looks good. So far, he's having a pretty good game, isn't he? Pretty good game indeed. All right. There's one other thing I guess I could try to see if I can get the game more up to speed. But yeah. Yep. All right. Well, we're just going to stick with the stream I got, I guess. All right. Yeah, I know what you meant by that there, Philly. I got you. All right. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation for Goff. Too high, too low. Play action pass. He's going to get some heat from behind. Gets it off just in time to J. Powell. J. Wow down to the 40-yard line. Nice out route. Like we've talked about quite a bit, I feel like in the last month, 2 months, Jameson Williams has become an NFL-level wide receiver. His footwork still needs some work, some development, but look at his use of the elbows there to help slow down his kinetic energy and get on the out. Also, talk about Taylor Decker. Woo! Goff was just a half second at best away from having a strip sack fumble. David Montgomery is in on 1st and 10. 13 minutes to go until halftime. Tight formation, one high, one low, running back, and David Montgomery, and he got a tight end offset eye behind him. Now that tight end is in motion. Goff going to hand it off, and man, Lions seemed hellbound on not blocking the opposite side linebacker. Montgomery's going to go down for a 2-yard loss. They're going to say 1 on the screen. That is the second time in 2 straight drives that you've seen the Lions, man, just not block the backside bandit. I do like the graphics we're seeing. All right, this is a 4-1. This season 4-1 start, alternate wins and losses since. Okay. All right, 2nd and 12. They're going to make it a loss of 2. All right, shotgun for Goff. 2 receivers, 1 high, 1 low. They're going to swing it on out to Jameson Williams for about a 5-yard gain. And I didn't see St. Brown out there. Saw Tesla and 2 tight ends along with Jameson Williams. 3rd and 6. Under 12 minutes to go in the first half. All right. 3rd and 7. Excuse me, 3rd and 6. My bad. All right. Goff takes it on a shotgun. He's going to swing it out to a wide open St. Brown, who's going to go for about 18, but there's a flag on the play. I guess it's holding on Detroit. It's on the defense. Even better. We'll accept that. We'll accept not accepting that. 18-yard play stands for St. Brown, and the dogs are barking in joyous celebration. Lions clear out the zone by running the strong guy through. Nobody left underneath, although the linebacker is about 10 yards off. That's a mismatch that any NFL quarterback should be able to pick apart. Nice play design there. All right. 2 low receivers. One of them is tight end. Jay Powell all alone up top. Dave Montgomery behind you. Strong formation. Tight end in motion. Lions are going to hand it off. And again, they cannot block the backside backer, who once again knifes through and brings him down. Lions are having significant issues in the blocking assignment at the line of scrimmage. Wow. Ratledge comes over, and I know we've talked about all season. I just think the Lions' offensive line, where they're at currently, is just better in man-to-man blocking assignments. Zone, pulls, all that stuff. They're just not there yet. All right, 2nd and 11. 2 high, 2 low. One's the tight end. Gibbs now in. Tesla in motion. Goff's got plenty of time. He checks it underneath. Gibbs drops it, though. Was going to take a hit, no doubt. Still got to catch it. Dale, I would agree. They're killing us on the edge. And some of that's just play design. All right, 3rd and 11. See what we do here. All right, another shotgun. 1 high, 3 low. Running back is high side. Showing blitz. They do blitz. Nobody picks up the backside blitzer again. Goff has to get rid of it way too soon. And yes, that busts up the play. Lions having a lot of offensive line blocking issues here. I mean, I get Jameson Williams stumbles a little bit there, but Goff sees or feels the backside blitzer coming in, and just nobody picks him up there. All right, 4th and 11. Lions going to try to tie this game up. Need the jumbo package. They've tried that a few times. It just, unfortunately, has not gone well. All right, Jake Bates waiting for it. Here's the snap. It's up there. It's out there. It's in there. We got a tie ball game with 10-10 to go. Master Jake, yes, indeed. Danica, we're a bit flat for such a big game. I think a lot of it, just my opinion, is the offensive line. But, what do you want to attribute to? It could be more than that, but that's just my opinion. Damon just got in from Christmas shopping. What did I miss? You got a tie ball game, 3-3. Rock Bates looks rusty for some reason. All right. Let's see, Justin. It almost seems like we lost all of our grip. Let's hope not. Lions need the jumbo package. Kill, shots unleashed. Lions are playing with no heart or fire in the tank. All right. Justin. Jimmy looks like he has WD-40 on his gloves. Maybe he does. Got issues. Here's a tissue. Gives what is wrong. I think he felt the guy coming downfield on him. Cody, no more pulling guards, please. Yeah, it's just not working out, at least as of yet right now, right? All right, Justin. We need to stop with the slow developing runs, please. Thanks, Justin. Dan, okay. We'll try to help you out any way we can. Justin, don't have the personnel for it. Might be accurate. So we'll see what it shakes out. But, hey, it's a 0-0 game in effect right now. We got 10 minutes to go until halftime. Hey, get another stop. Try to get a score. Figure some things out. Obviously, the Lions' offensive line is having some flux. Mahogany, get it. He hasn't played in 3 months. It's going to take a little time. Whoever the center is, I didn't even catch it with all the issues I'm having here to start the show. But, just a lot of stuff you got to figure out. And Goff, the running backs, because of those mismatches, let's give the Pittsburgh Steelers some credit. They understand you got some personnel out of position with that offensive line. They understand communication isn't going to be great. they're trying to take advantage of it with their misdirections at the line of scrimmage. Let's see, Justin David. Yep, okay. Cody, are the guards still struggling? They are. Gibbs looks ill. Yeah, he hasn't looked great. I mean, Dave Montgomery did have one big run. Outside of that, like we've seen in the last couple months, the interior offensive line for the Detroit Lions is struggling run blocking, and teams are taking advantage of it. Radley also looks like he's sleeping. Steelers D is playing well. I would agree so. All right, let's see, Coach Rock. Just hoping this time they will do some halftime adjustments and come out on fire. I know I'm 10 minutes early, but just saying, important game. It is an important game for sure. Cody, yeah, O-line is not playing together. Missing blocks, they are. They are indeed. All right. That being said, it's coming back from the commercial break here. All right. Good job, Jack. All right. We'll have to see. You may be ahead of me. All right. Lions need to win out, and there's the kick. We got a 3-3 ball game. Steelers going to bring it from about 1 yard deep. He's at the 15, the 20. Going to be brought down, we'll say the 27-yard line. All right. The Grinch Stoder offensive line. Yeah, that and a lot of injuries, unfortunately. All right. Let's see if we get back to the game. Ron Tho apparently has passed away. I'm not sure who he is, other than maybe he's affiliated with CBS Sports. So sorry to hear about that loss. All right. Shotgun formation. 2 high, 1 low. Running back is also high. Sending a tight end in motion to the low side. Lions got 8 guys in the box. Play action pass, a little bit of heat. You're going to throw it out to the tight end, who's going to be brought down for maybe a half-yard gain as the hammer, Jack Campbell, delivers the boom. That's the fact, Jack. There you go. All right. Let's go. 100% there. Jack Campbell, nice wrap-up single coverage tackle. Not always easy to do, by the way. Aaron Rodgers shaking his head at something. 2nd and 10. Another shotgun. Trips high. Single low. Man in motion to low. Running back high. He's going to swing it out to the running back. And he's going to be brought down, we'll say, about a 4-yard gain. So 3rd and 6. Maybe 3rd and 5. They're saying 3rd and 6 on the screen. Let's see. 2, what do you got? Good teams can make halftime adjustments and win. Exclamation point. Lions, one of those today. I like the way you're thinking, my friend. Very positive. 3rd and 6. 9 minutes to go in the opening half. Let's see what the Lions have here. Empty backfield shotgun. 2 low, 2 high. It's got to be somebody else on the field. All right. Rodgers takes the snap. He's going to swing out a screen pass. Lions going to defend it well. Multiple defenders in on there, including Vontae Maddox, in case you're wondering if he came out of the blue tent. Since the CBS crew, if they had announced it, I didn't catch it. It's going to set up a 4th and 3. Lions D, once again, holds them. We needed a 3 and out, and you got it. Ask and he shall receive. Good tackle, Reed. Yes, amongst others. He had a little help from his friend. David, Cody, good exclamation point. Captain Jack is a modern-day Buckus type. I would say that's fairly accurate, man. All right, waiting on the snap here. Let's see if the Lions offense can get out of neutral and get it going. And there's the snap. The punt is away. It's a deep one, a good one. Lions going to take it to the 15 and get hammered right away. Lucky to hold on, does Khalif Raymond. Very lucky to hold on. Otherwise, that would have been probably a touchdown for Pittsburgh. Not an ideal situation, not waving fair catch on that. Khalif Raymond probably regretting that one. All right, well, let's get to you guys. Let's see. We can stop having Raymond on punt, bring Tom Kenny in. I'm surprised they haven't going with him. Now score. I like the way you're thinking. Pierce, where the dogs yelling DDI, they might have been. Indeed. Bo, our little guys tackle. Our little guys do tackle. Kill shots, I don't think the Lions are out of it by any means, but this is not encouraging. Hey, let's see if we can make it more encouraging with this drive. Go down, score a touchdown, maybe go for 2, onside kick, get it, score another touchdown, go for 2. Hey, if only we could do onside kicks in the second quarter nowadays. All right, DDI stole Christmas. Hey, we got a modern day Grinch, huh? Terry, Goff playing well, blocking in the running game needs adjustments. Yeah, it's like non-existent, unfortunately. But you got a bunch of people in, or 2 people on your 5-person offensive line in. One guy, no play in 3 months. Another guy, is what it is. You got to overcome the injuries. And the Lions right now, what we can say, they're not losing in the game. They're not winning the game. So go with that. All right. Let's see. Anything else here? Onside kick still exists? It does. But unfortunately, you got to announce it and all that stuff. And it's got to be in the fourth quarter. See what shakes out. All right. Let's check out the NFL scoreboard. How about that? Not a whole lot of probably interesting games for Lions. At least gives me something to talk about on air. All right, you already know this one. How about Cardinals? 13 with the ball. Falcons, 10, no ball. Raiders, hey, give them some credit. It is a 7-7 ball game. Jaguars and Broncos, Jags 14, Broncos 10. Man, is it just me, or the Broncos always start slow in games? I'm kind of just turning it on in the second half. I don't know. Seems like that is about right. All right, numbers update for you while we're waiting for the game to get back. Goff, 10 out of 14, 71.5% pack. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 attempts, -4 yards rushing. How about that? Dave Montgomery, 4 for 14. So, yes. All right. All right, let's we're showing that Goff bought everybody some presents. Tight formation, 2 receivers high, 1 low, tight end in motion, Gibbs back in. They're going to play action pass, and Goff steps up in the pocket, steps into another sack, as unfortunately Decker got beat, forced Goff to step up, and unfortunately for the Lions, the Pittsburgh Steelers curtain was there. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Mahogany and who's that? Kingsley Ukwana at center. Neither one of them looking effective right now. In fact, they look confused. But there ain't nobody else to come in. That's the hard part. If the Lions had anybody else out there, I think they would be out there. 2nd and 15. Shotgun. 2 high, 2 low. Dave Montgomery in. Swing out screen that bounces off the turf. And yes, Decker tackles Gibbs. Lions look confused would be the best way to put it. Whew. All right, 3rd and 15. Don't let this be a lesson. Drafting offensive linemen is never a bad thing. Lions have drafted them. Unfortunately, they've all gone tumbling down. Shotgun formation, 2 high, 2 low. Running back into block. Goff's got time. He's going to unleash it. Going to get about a 4 to 5 yard gain. Set up 4th and 10. Lions going to have to punt it. Still a 3-3 game. So while everything seems to not be going well for the Detroit Lions, they're not losing. I swear this offensive line is so sad. Yeah, it's not great, but what are you going to do, Anthony? You can't worry about it because you're on your 29th person on the depth chart at center. So, and he's looking lost. The guard play, I'm hoping Christian Mahoney will get better as the game goes on, but Seattle hasn't played in 3 months, so I get it. We're all just going to have to ride it. All right, punt is up there. Looks like the Lions defender was tackled, or the gunner. They do wave it. So they're going to push it back about 10 yards, and Pittsburgh's going to have it at the 20-yard line. Can the Lions defense make a play here? How about that? Justin, and I'm not a same old Lions fan. I have all the faith in the world. The writing is just on the wall. All right, well, if the Lions win, what writing did we see then? Ooh. Gary, Steelers can't help themselves. We'll take it. Let's see. Breathe. Have TK return, not Raymond, and play Tyleek Moore. I just don't understand DC's logic, all right? Coach Roy, Thought I saw Vince McMahon at the end of the Green Bay Chicago game. Maybe I did. Graffiti is easy. All right. I don't know, man. It's just not my nature, man. You got a tie ball game. It's not like we're getting killed by 20 or something like that. But the Lions offensive line, let's I think we all get it. It's not looking good right now, but still got a chance. All right, Justin. A certain play works or a certain scheme works very well next drive, so they go away from it. The only thing I can say is just because a play works once doesn't mean it works twice. But with that also being said, to your point, Vince Lombardi said, I only run 6 plays. It's your job to stop him. You ain't stopping him. I'm not going to stop him. I'm not going to stop calling him. How about whatever I'm trying to say? Justin, I agree. Breeze, TK85 went off, and then we just haven't played him again. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't been in there. Big man Dan, play calling is not working. All right, I'll try to stop calling plays. Great Lakes, how has Ratledge been? Are we expecting too much? I think he's actually done okay. Now, that being said, asking him to go from here all the way to the other tackle and block somebody, probably not ideal. Again, I said this after the first game of the year. Lions, when they're in zone blocking assignments or stunts and pulls, don't look so great. When they're in man-to-man, just block the guy in front of you, I think they're not bad. Let's see. Big man, Monty should be in the game. He was on that last play. On first down? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Justin, Dan Campbell doesn't change things that don't work. He only changes things that do work. Fair enough. Let's see. Damian, user, no one's play calling will work with a porous offensive line. Could be a lot of truth to that. Coach Rock, get rid of that swing pass and throw a slant. I'm surprised they haven't done that, but we haven't really seen that in a year or two. Danica Prime, Ben had a knock for knowing when to use D-Money and when to use Jameer. I'll go with that. Gary agreed. Bo, Coach Rock, fake the swing, throw a slant. All right. Well, how about if we do? I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to have to get a stop here once again. Lions got a lot of things going for them. Their offensive line play is not one of them. Unfortunately, but is what it is. All right, let me try something here. See if there's any chance I can speed up the feed here. Yeah, maybe I'll try it next commercial. All right, I'll try that next commercial. Maybe at halftime too or something. All right, well, all right, they're at the 21-yard line. 13 personnel out there, 1 receiver and a tight end. Well, I guess the tight end's actually a wide receiver with a DK Metcalf. 1 running back behind. Rodgers making an adjustment. 10 on the play clock. He's got plenty of time. Pitching out to the edge. Lions seem to be all over it, and they're going to bring him down for a 1-yard loss. Many Lions players out there in defense. Captain Jack Campbell ultimately gets the tackle. But a whole lot of guys read that play and did a great job with it. 2nd and 10. Sure looked like he lost a yard to me, but they don't ask me. All right. 6 minutes to go in the opening half. We got a 3-3 ball game. Shotgun formation for Pittsburgh. 2 low, 1 high. There's the snap. Lions get a little bit of pressure in there. They're going to swing it out to the running back. A missed tackle by Captain Jack, and that's going to turn what would have been a no gain into about 7 yards. Jack Campbell nearly had him. They're going to say 3rd and 4 with 5.5 minutes to go before half. All right. Empty backfield formation for Pittsburgh. Receivers galore. 2 high, 3 low. Hutchinson out wide. You don't have to worry about Aaron Rodgers really taking off and running at this point. Lions get some pressure on him. They're going to bring him down. Aiden Hutchinson with the trip sack. And no offense, I think Aaron Rodgers looks hurt there. 4th and 10. Hutchinson, 2nd sack of the ball game. He beat the tackle like a rented mule. It actually beat the tackle and the guard and just kind of throws his body into him. Doesn't actually grab him, just knocks him down. I'll take it. All right, Lions offense. Let's see if we can do something with it. Dre Day. Way to go, Hutch. 100%. No spoilers. I agree with that. Now score. I like it. Go, Hutch. Let's see, 11.5 sacks for Hutch. Here's the punt. It's up there. It's out there. It's going to go a ways there. He's going to catch it about the 26. He's at the 30, the 35. He'd be brought down around the 38-yard line. He was one shoestring attack away, I think, from going to the house. All right, let's see. Come on, 3 and out. You got that. Cody, hit that like for Dan the Man. Yeah, if you can, hit the like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. 2 sacks for Hutch. Let's flip and go. They're going that way. Come on, 3 and out. All right, caught there. Hutch, yes, indeed. We do have a Hutch on the team. Trey Day, and don't get any calls. We don't get any calls. We don't need them. We got Hutch. Bobo, don't get any. Okay, we go. There you go. Hutch. All right. We need a turnover. How about a defensive stop? Thank you, defense. All right. Let's see. Coach, our defense has to save us this game. Might be accurate. 100%. No call on the hold on Lopez. Probably not. Cody. Woo! Number 2, Hutch. Hey, he's number 1 in my book, though. That's 2 for Hutch. Agreed. Yep. All right. And all right. It's a commercial. So let me try to do this. It's okay, man. Just type it in the comment section, man. If people don't want spoilers, don't read the comment section until after the play. That's all I can do. Unfortunately, guys, the digital antenna doesn't pick up CBS here where we live, and then the other source that I have that's more timely, it's got so much I don't know, just issues with it right now. You know what I could do, though? Let me try something here. See if I can get jiggy with it. Maybe speed things up a bit. Yes, that's right. I sing while I do stuff. All right. Don't know if this will work, but if you don't try, you'll never know, right? I got a Survivor commercial on my other device right now, although it seems to be getting some feedback here. All right. And then I'm sure all day Sunday, NFL football, ESPN Monday, some sort of commercial. So if that's, I'm guessing it's a little bit faster than what I got. Yeah. As long as it holds up here, at least. All right. We'll see. All right. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely ahead of the other device. But I got Tony Romo and Jim Nantz on the screen, although, man, I'm getting a lot of issues with this. I guess it's just issues day at the ballpark. Nothing seems to be working cleanly. So, sorry, guys. Doing what I can. I'll work on this more. Maybe during halftime. See if I can speed some stuff up here. All right. On my screen, I got Goff in a shotgun. Got 2 high, 1 low. The low is Tesla. Goff's going to swing it out to Tesla, who picks up a first down on about a 14-yard pickup. Nice, quick. Hey, you guys want a slant? There you go. There was your slant. All right. See if I can get this other stream to go a little faster. Goff, empty backfield. Trying to do double duty here. Gibbs in at wide receiver. 3 high, 2 low receivers. Goff drops back, spreads them out, gets it to Gibbs, who hits the 0 button. Has a first down before he loses it, but then gets it back again. About a 13-yard gain. Lions seem to be going empty backfield, perhaps, to try to attack the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and I like that move. Hey, you guys want some coaching adjustments? You're getting some coaching adjustments. Another empty backfield. Again, taking advantage of what they're giving you, and more importantly, what you're taking away from Pittsburgh. Goff up to under center, making a bit of an adjustment, trying to work on the other streaming source to get a little faster. Another empty backfield. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be to J. Mo for about a 6-yard gain. Oy vey. Things I have to do sometimes to have a live stream. I tell you, it's crazy. All right, well. And we got a down Pittsburgh Steeler on 2nd and 4. So while they're attending to that, boy, I'm trying to get stuff going here. Let's try something else here. So I'm on commercial on the big screen, trying to get this other one to work here. All right. Nobody can say that I don't try hard, at least. Doesn't mean I always find success, though, huh? All right. All right.
Which can cause dehydration and worsen.
So on the other stream, I guess, or device, I've got some sort of Zep-bound commercial. Maybe a little bit ahead of the other one. I don't know. Our guys are explosive. I like that. Tell the radio station to move the tower. You know, I tried that. The response when I asked them. So I don't know. I'm going to try to work on that, though. Maybe in the off season, see if I can come up with something that just helps with the digital antenna. The other thing is putting one outside of the house, but I know the wife really doesn't want that. Hey, you hear the dogs talking. They don't want the antennas outside. All right. It's fine. Coach, no worries. Yeah, I just like trying to be as up to speed as I can to just try to help people out. Coach Rock, they just tipped their hand on those swing passes and might work 1 out of 20 times, but I'm all for dumping it with everything else working out. Yeah, I think a lot of teams have been sniffing out. Even last week when we got a swing pass touchdown to St. Brown, but you could tell the Rams knew it was coming, even though it ended up working. Just because it worked doesn't mean it's right. All right. The Kennedy Center honors. All right. They're honoring some Kennedys. All right. Still in commercials on my screen. Never mind running Gibbs up the middle again. No, just keep throwing him the ball. I know a lot of us have been talking about that for a while. Why even mess with anything else? Just throw it to him. Nothing wrong with throwing it to him, and maybe that's what they ultimately do sometime in the future. Golf 14-19, and we're on 2nd and 4. They actually use a running back this time. Strong formation. Man, I would have kept going with what was working. But that's me. This time, Gibbs up the middle, and he doesn't get the first down, but I think he's within about a half yard of it. Going to set up about a 3rd and 1 situation. DK Metcalf shown punching a Lions fan. All right, 3rd and 1 it is. They're going to hand it off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to get the first down, get about 5 yards before he was brought down. Gets a little help from his friends as he's pushed down. DK Metcalf punched a fan. I get the fan probably expressing their opinions, but still as a player, you can't do that, man. All right, 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 Detroit. Happy holidays on your screen, and still trying to find a faster feed here. All right. I might find one eventually. So All right. Got one that's working, but we'll see if it keeps working. All right. Coach Rock says, call a cop, get him thrown out. Yeah, we'll see what they do. But, yeah, the fact that they got it on video, he's going to get fined. Seemed like I didn't catch what Steeler it was that flipped off somebody. But, you know, you got it on video. It's going to happen. Let's see. Little Island Boy, what do you got? Wild DK, question mark. Wonder if he can start serving a suspension mid-game. Ooh. To be honest, I'm almost surprised they didn't throw him out for it. But, of course, the refs may not have seen it either. Let's see. Bo Booth, that says something about the mindset of the Steelers. Might be true. Are the refs going to throw him out? Probably not. Not unless the NFL offices from New York called down and say, hey, this just happened. You know, need to do something. I wonder if you're the fan, can you call the police and say I was just assaulted? Middle finger will be a big fine. Agree. Oh, that says, caught there. The ref's going to, no, big fine. All right. Civil lawsuit inbound might be accurate. We'll see what shakes out. All right. On the second streaming system I got a Bud Light commercial. It's just whether or not this thing's ever stable enough. Cody, what do you know about streaming services and stability issues? I'm just messing with you, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Coach Stan. You got me?
Yeah, I was just making sure you got some audio.
Yeah, was weird what they just showed DK punching a fan in the stands. That bizarre.
All right. I got Goff and the Lions in the shotgun. Too high, too low. 2-minute warning coming on out. He drops back to pass. He's actually got time this time. He throws a shot in the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. All he does is catch touchdowns. Isaac Tesla, like a knife through butter. He just cuts it all up. A hot knife through butter even.
What a catch. Contested as well. I think that's going back to the draft. You were high on him. I think that's one of the reasons why. So he's got like 8 receptions on the season, and 6 of them are touchdowns.
So I'm guessing I'm more up to speed with everybody with this other stream where they're about ready to snap it for the Detroit Lions on my big screen here. So, hey, everybody gets different stuff. But, yeah, he takes a hit there. He goes up over double coverage, and he can go up in the air where other people can't go. Got him in the 3rd round. You traded a bit for him, but does it matter if you got the right player? Riley, what do you think? Would you have traded in hindsight 3 third-rounders for Isaac Tesla?
I mean, when the trade happened, for me, it was a matter of knowing, hey, you've got all these guys you got to pay. So if Brad Holmes nails 3 more picks in the 3rd round, or whatever all the picks were that they gave up, at some point you have too many players to pay. And then, so I just on that standpoint, it made sense to me. And then hearing Brad Holmes' comments on this was my favorite receiver in the draft. He clarified it's not. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's my favorite. Okay, so I'm all in. And then, there's been too many games where it's 0 targets, 0, receptions for the guy. But like we just said here, I think that said is his 5th touchdown on the year. And that was a contested catch, and it came at a great time. So trade looks good now.
Fortunately, this other streamer of mine, the digital antenna is just so easy to use. But when it's not working, it's not working. And, so I'll do what I can to try to stay up to speed with you guys, but I keep having issues and I have to keep reloading it. And, what a pain.
That's fine, man. If I'm ahead of you, I'll see if I can hold us down here a little bit, and let me pull up another screen so I can see the comments and see where everyone's at here. So not the game so far that I thought it would be, but 10-3 now. Can you do what you did not do against LA last Sunday, and you scored close to the end of the half? Now can you get the stop?
All right, at least on my second screen, I've got the Lions kicking off right now. The other one still showing highlights of Tesla catching. So, is what it is. All right, they're talking about the DK Metcalf punch.
Yeah, that was weird. I can't even believe he's still on the sideline. He should
Metcalf was. It's not something they can weigh into from an officiating standpoint. I have been notified, though, that will be, delivered to compliance with the NFL, and they'll address it at that point.
Yep. So DK is probably not going to get anything this game, but he's probably not going to like next game, as he might get suspended. Refs can't do anything about it. I get it. It's not on the field per se. All right, Rodgers, 1:55 to go until halftime. He's in the shotgun formation. 2 low with the tight end, 1 high, running back, play action pass, Hutch in pursuit, and it's incomplete. Jack Campbell in coverage there.
Yeah, okay, so we're on the same play. What a play. I mean, the athleticism from Jack Campbell there, diving to stop that. I mean, you cannot defend a throw any better than that.
All right. Lions, man, could they get the ball back and maybe try to pour on a little bit before halftime? Empty backfield, 2 high, 3 low receivers. Rodgers all alone in the backfield. Now they're going to motion in 2 receivers in tight to help chip block the Lions. Karen Rodgers reviewing the defense. He's got 2 high safeties. Zone coverage from Detroit. There's the throw underneath, and he drops it. The big boom by Harper lays out the receiver, and he drops the ball.
Good play from Harper, because that was a for sure catch, it looked like.
Yeah. No, 100%. Beaten like a running mule, 100% there, my friend. How about that Mrs. Santa, okay? Metcalf, off now, probably worried about a fan hit. Could be. Maybe the fan should have. All right, it is 3rd and 10. Metcalf, 5 targets, 1 reception. Let's see, we got an empty backfield for Karen Rodgers. Jack Campbell making a quick adjustment to the defense. 4 on the play clock. There's a snap. Rodgers has it under no stress or pressure. Now he's got to step in the pocket, unleashes it underneath. He's going to get a first down as he beats the coverage. Not by much, but enough to get the first down. 1st and 10. 1:37 to go. Lions playing a lot of deep coverage, meaning they're relying on people to come up and make the tackles underneath. You got it here, and I get it. You're not going to give up any big plays, but on the third and long there, might have cost us a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be a time to get the stop. You would have had a chance, obviously, to go get points yourself, but here we go.
Another shotgun, 3 high, 1 low, running back low. There's the snap. Rodgers takes it quick out. He's going to get about a 7-yard gain.
I can't remember. Did we start with the ball or Pittsburgh?
We started with the ball. Pittsburgh gets it.
Okay. So, okay.
Muhammad got some nice pressure on the 3rd and long, but not fast enough. Another shotgun, 2 low, 2 high, running back high side. Rodgers making the line check. He takes it. He's going to swing it out. He gets the catch, I believe. Flag on the play.
Okay, good. I thought that might be on Detroit there. So that's
pass interference
we'll
on the offense.
That. We'll take it.
10-yard penalty. Back him up, Mean Gene. Captain Jack is everywhere. He's here. He's there.
He is.
He's ever skipping where.
He is awesome.
Some know that song, the Roy Kenton song. All right.
Second 14, a minute to go.
Make a play here.
Yeah, get a stop.
Pittsburgh has 2 timeouts, facing a 2nd and 14. Another shotgun, single receiver high, trips low, 1 running back high, drops back to pass. He's looking to the right. He throws to the running back, who's going to be brought down quickly after about a 5-yard gain. Under a minute to go.
The clock keeps moving. Now, Romo was saying earlier, I think the Lions have to – no, there's no think. This is must win. We are in that must-win territory. Have to win the game.
3rd and 11. 45 seconds until halftime. Pittsburgh still has 2 timeouts. Another shotgun. Deuces low, deuces high, and referees coming, waving on in. Timeout.
I think it was our guy, Ziggy and Friends says he's at the game, so that's cool. He's tuned in, joining us live there from Ford Field. That's awesome. Hopefully it's loud. It's always kind of hard to tell on TV, but we understand the stakes are as high as it can get here. Have to win this one.
All right. Well, Lions might never get offensive interference, a PI on the other team, but they have gotten a couple offensive PIs lately. And there goes my stream once again.
All right. So if your stream jumped off,
sometimes I just got to refresh it again. So although locking up a bit here, they're showing Goff and Rodgers on the screen. Empty backfield for Rodgers.
Gosh, dang it.
And locked up again. Man, I'm just having issues galore today. I don't know why. You got the play. Go ahead and call it.
Yeah, so it looks like that went to, I think, is that Skoranek or who's number 16 for Pittsburgh? Yeah. So, or no, not, that's Adam Thielen. It's so frustrating, man. 3rd and 16, and you give up 17 yards. So, new set of downs for Pittsburgh. They're down to 1 timeout. There's 33 seconds. They're inching closer to that field goal territory, at least, especially with Boswell as their kicker. And they are showing this Hail Mary, which I don't know why they insist on doing this to us every time, but
that I don't know.
Play that should not have happened. Amazing throw, but the play should have obviously never even happened. So, all right, we are now back. Coach, if you're still getting caught up to speed here, it looks like the ball's about to be snapped. Again, 1st and 10. There's 33 seconds. Got somebody. All right, Rodgers throws to the hash or outside numbers and overthrown. So 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I got 33 seconds, 1st and 10. Rodgers empty backfield. Deuces low, deuces high. There's a snap. He's going to throw it out to the low sideline and incomplete. 30 seconds ago. And yeah, I see that they keep showing the replays of the failed
Yeah.
Be nice for a pick 6 here.
Oof, that would be outstanding.
Pittsburgh down to 1 timeout, 30 ticks on the clock. Clock is stopped due to the incompletion. Here we go now.
Campbell.
And then I've got, apparently, we all of a sudden just jumped forward to the play. And apparently, Jack Campbell busted it up. I don't know. Something's going on here.
Yeah, he did. It was just
there's
a quick
a throw in the middle,
throw.
and it is caught, but there's a flag on the play.
Gosh, dang it.
They got 17 on the clock. I'm sure they'll put about 3 seconds back on because they ran it after he was down. Defense had 12 players on the field. Penalty is declined. Results of the play are a first down for Pittsburgh.
I think Detroit's playing this like they really feel bad. They want to give Pittsburgh and at least get 3 points here. They have to give up 3 points, right?
All right. Let's see. 1st and 10, 17 on the clock. 1 timeout. They're at the roughly the 45-yard line of Detroit. Empty backfield, trips low, single high, double high coverage. And again, my stream just keeps. Hey.
So he threw that out. Looked like it would have been out of bounds anyway. So throws it to Valdez-Scantling. Brings us to 2nd and 10. 11 seconds left in the quarter. Pittsburgh still does have the 1 timeout. Obviously, incomplete pass there stops the clock. So we're looking for something here that will probably put them in Boswell's range. And just off the fingertips of Valdez-Scantling.
All right. And the stream's back. I just have to keep refreshing it, apparently. Oh, Captain Jack pass breakup. Coach Wendy out. Nah, just probably went to the dog park earlier today. And again, the stream just keeps collapsing.
Okay, so Rogers. Oh, you got it?
Go ahead.
Rogers steps back, throws the same spot at the field. And did he come down with that? Yeah. Oh, that's going to be offensive pass interference. That has to be. So he throws what looks like a touchdown here, but he pushed off of whoever was there defending him. Kenneth Gainwell. And they have yet to change the score on the screen, so they're debating here. But this looked like a clear offensive pass interference to me against Anzalone.
I see it on the big screen. He throws it.
Oh, no.
Throws it up, throws it deep.
I misspoke. Looking at the replay, he did not push off as I thought he did, but Anzalone stopped playing, and so did Harper.
They thought he was down, and he wasn't down.
That's incredibly disappointing. And
play, do you hear the whistle?
That's a touchdown.
Incomplete pass, they say.
That's a catch. That's a catch. You watch the replay.
It's a catch.
That is so frustrating.
But the problem is now you ruled it incomplete. You can't now give him the touchdown.
The ball never hits the ground. That is so.
But now they're saying it's a touchdown.
So that's why he was celebrating that way, because he knew that was clean. It's an incredibly frustrating end of the quarter for Detroit, especially with Pittsburgh getting the ball to. Unbelievable. I mean, it was a great throw and great catch, but for Anzalone and Harper to just give up, he didn't hear the whistle, and because there wasn't one, so frustrating. You feel like you gave it to him, and that's brutal.
They're talking about the 2-point conversion with the Seattle Rams game. He had one job.
That's frustrating. That's I'm sure you experienced that in your coaching. You know, it's human nature. You kind of think, but you have to bring him down. Why not? Because clearly they didn't hear a whistle, and Anzalone and then Harper, they just watched him walk into the end zone.
Well, what we can say is, hey, it's going to be a a tie ball game unless something unforeseen happens, and you got 1.5 to play. So, there's bad, but there's also good. So, you got to move on from it. Not ideal at all, but I don't know who you want to blame. Probably blame the entire team because I want to blame one person. That's me, though.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Anzalone and Harper will get that slack there, but it's just frustrating because you had them at least, I think, third down situations there on that drive. You just didn't get the stop that you needed. And then between that and then, leaving the 3 points out on the field earlier, it's just one of these ones you hope that at the end of the game you don't look back and have to sit and think about all week. And, what if you had just played that a little bit differently? But you're thinking, all right, we're holding them to 3. I felt like Pittsburgh's next play was going to go to the just getting them in field goal range, but they throw it to their guy that's leading the team in receptions and walk-in touchdown.
So, it's not fun without drama. I'll go with that there, Phil. Here's what I say. I know the wife knows this, but we played a game Thursday. We did lose, but it was just crazy because the next day there's a computer that does all the reviews of the video and says, hey, here's the stats from the game. Somebody had this, that, and the other thing, and pointed this out when they give the report. The game ended in a tie, and I was like, what the heck? We lost by 3. Well, apparently in the second quarter of our game, our scoreboard operator got confused and gave some of our points to the other team. So with like 20 seconds left, when we foul, try to stop the clock and try to get the ball back, hope they miss free throws, we allowed them to tie the game because the scoreboard operator made a mistake and nobody caught it or thought it was corrected, I should say, because I pointed it out when I thought they gave the points to the wrong team, and then apparently didn't get corrected, and it is what it is.
Yeah, you have to live with the result. Yeah. Hey, do you see Coach Tim in the room in there, Dan?
No.
Okay, that's all right. If he's then.
All right, guys, it's halftime. I'm going to go take a quick break. I'll be right back in just a few.
All right, guys, let's see. I think Coach Tim was going to be joining me here, but let me pull up our halftime stats here and see how we're looking. So, yeah, based on everything I talked with Coach Dan about on the pregame show there, that's not the half that I thought we were going to see. And that is exactly why we love football so much, is because when you think you know what's going to happen, you do and you don't at the same time. Total yards for the first half, Lions 167 and Pittsburgh's got 158. Passing yards 149 for Detroit, 126 for Pittsburgh. And then the rushing yards, here's again, we keep talking about this. I know Coach Dan talks about it each day on the morning show. You've got 18 rushing yards, 18 between Gibbs and Montgomery. Where does where does that issue go to? What are you guys chalking that up to? Now, if you look at the stats on their carries, Montgomery's got 4 and Gibbs is 6. So 10 carries, and you're arguably the best 1-2 running back combo in the NFL held to 10 yards. It's just not enough. Between that and then the what we just saw there, I'm still kind of struggling to get my mind wrapped around the DK punch, and giving up a touchdown there is really frustrating. So about as even as you can get on total plays, 33 for Detroit. Pittsburgh's ran 32. Both teams have 2 sacks and punted the ball twice. 3 penalties for Pittsburgh, and the Lions are clean in that area so far. And then time of possession, again, you're 16 minutes, 11 seconds for Detroit, 13:49 for Pittsburgh. Give me 1 second. Sorry. All right, that was Coach Tim. We will have him here join us when Coach Dan gets back. But let's get to you guys, the heart and soul of this whole thing. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. Let me get back up to my page here so I can get your guys' comments in. I guess they are on the main screen here too as well. But let's see. Okay, get on over here. So we've got, of course, our guy Bo Booth, Lauren Vander Esch. We've got Terry Flynn that says, I followed the Lions since 1955. I have seen them lose so many different ways. That was a typical way for them to lose. We hope that that's not the case there at the end of the game, that ends up being something. You know, I was telling my guy Jack here that's hanging out here with me, you know, when you give up the 3 points earlier, I get Coach Campbell's identity. We go through this conversation every time, but you just hope that you don't lose that game by 3 points, or like the Rams game last week when Parkinson has that wonky touchdown and then that ends up being the difference in the final score. Hopefully that's not the case there. Michael Garrity, good to see you, man. Stressed right now. I think we're all there with you. Lauren, nice to see you here, man, as well. Joe Cottle, how's it going, Duke Crew? I think we're doing well so far. Somebody made a comment earlier. Hey, we're tied at halftime. And if you said, you know, an hour before kickoff, if you take a halftime tie, I think you live with that. Now you're just kind of going through processing the emotions of, you know, how that happens there. But Sanders says, enjoy your comments on Lions Talk Live, Riley. Thank you. That's cool. I absolutely love Coach Dan and how he runs his channel, and sincerely, all of you guys, this is the best part of Lions fandom, is doing this all together. So appreciate everyone hanging out here with us. Dennis says, let's go. Joe Cottle says, Hokey do. I had to put my dog down 2 days ago. That's terrible. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully the Lions can come through and give us something to cheer here as we get going through the rest of this game, because again, we know with the result, and we've seen it all week with you know, the different percentages. Hey, here is, if X happens, then Y, then Z. Well, for Detroit, there is no ifs now. You have to win these 3 games in addition to needing Green Bay to lose one of their final 2, which is doable, but doesn't matter, obviously, if you don't, you can't start winning a 3-game win streak, obviously, if you don't take care of business here in the first one. So 10-10, again, as I just went through the stats, I think statistically we're pretty even so far. I guess if you think about it in theory, that's probably pretty foreseeable if you considered that that's how the game would start going here. Let me get back over here. Kerry Simchich, good to see you. Hindsight's 2020. It absolutely is. String theory, that catch and TD will be played all week. Wow, what a set of circumstances. Honestly, I thought it was an offensive pass interference. When I glanced over the TV, it looked like he pushed off, and then saw one slow motion replay of it, and I immediately knew they just tied that game. Hokey Doo says, tried to replay you the other day. Something shut down this chat, so sorry about that. Ted says, if we lose by T-down, we weren't meant to have a good season. Yeah, at some point, too, you start looking at all these factors going against you, and, at least there, that wasn't any bad call or questionable call. I got asked a lot about that, my thoughts on the 2-point conversion with the Rams and Seahawks, with coworkers and friends throughout the week, and I said, that's usually something I am used to seeing during a Lions game. And it's every fan base feels like they're getting jobbed by the referees. But how many times have we seen that where the rule kind of makes sense as they're explaining it, but you're also like, I've never seen that. We saw it with the Chiefs game earlier this year when it looked like we had a touchdown. And then, of course, for one reason or another, that's somewhat kind of understandable. But you also feel like, well, did you just make that rule up 5 minutes ago? String Theory says Detroit is playing better than Pittsburgh, so I'm not worried. Yeah, I mean, again, I think statistically you're pretty even, but right up at the start of that drive, Jared Goff's, this is a typical Goff game, 15 or 20, couple ducks, couple really nice throws, and he's just, the pocket's been collapsing, but he's efficient, so got to keep taking care of the football, and expect that he'll do that. And it's still right where we were with pregame as far as, can we get a takeaway at some point here? I expected an exchange of, scoring drives for both teams, but whether it's 30-30 or 20-20 or 10-10, it is what it is. Dre Day, good to see you, man. Pittsburgh is a playoff team. This isn't the Titans or the Cleveland Browns, but we got this win. Love the confidence there. Thomas says, I'll never be a slappy for any team, especially one like our current line team that should absolutely be dropping the hammer on these guys. Shep has no idea how to create pressure when needed. And when we get Coach Tim in here again with Coach Dan, I know that's something that he was looking for, as well as how do you generate pressure? And I remember after the Tampa Bay game earlier this year, I was thinking, man, almost kind of like him, better than Aaron Glenn. And then, just since then it's, you kind of pump the brakes on it a little bit. I think Shepard's got some strengths as a coach for sure. Maybe a little bit of its personnel, but it just kind of seems like it's been the same thing every week. And then you start to wonder, well, is that a talent limit on the team, or is it just not enough? Is it trying to open a locked door over and over again instead of, looking for a different way to get in? Rocky says, Bo, thinking a well-disguised corner blitz. That's a good thought. Motor City Pauly, in the end, the team who makes the least mistakes tonight is going to win. That is a good matchup. I can absolutely see that. Could come down to who makes one less mistake. William, number 4, needs to be ejected at half. Yeah, DK, tell my buddy Jack here, because it obviously didn't see it. And then when they came back from a timeout, they're showing it. And it's like, oh, it's interesting. He's, seems really intimate talking with this fan here. Threw a punch, just weird. And then he's in the game. And I guess what Coach Dan said kind of makes sense, because if it's something that happens on the sidelines, like I guess the officials can't, enforce anything on that in how that would shake out. So kind of an interesting deal there, but nevertheless, the Lions are going to have to win. Hopefully he doesn't have some game-winning touchdown later on, and then we've got to feel like, how do you punch somebody in the stands and then still get to play? Let's see. Great Lakes says, our defense and Goff is fine. We can't run the ball again. And I like that again, because that's we've continued to see that over and over. And let's see if I've got Coach Tim Brandon. Can you hear me, Tim?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you, man. I can see, looks like I don't know if your camera is on. It just shows your profile picture.
There we go.
Hey, there we are, Coach Tim
Christmas
Brandon.
decorations.
Hey, love it, man. Hey, it's good to see you on here. So let me introduce Coach Tim Brandon. If you guys don't know, this guy is one of my favorite people, fellow Lions fans. Extremely knowledgeable. He's also a high school coach, knows football very well. So for a long time, I've thought we'd see if we get him on here with, Lions Talk Live, Coach Dan. There's a lot of common ground here. So, Coach Brandon, what are your thoughts? Now, we talked pregame. I know some things you were looking for, a deep shot to Jameson early, the Montgomery Gibbs kind of combo, at least offensively. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. What have you seen in the first half? What are you thinking through the first 2 quarters?
Well, I think I like what they did later on in the first half. They started off trying to, just pound the rock, and with the 2 tight ends, which is fine, when you have Brock Wright and Sam Laporta, but when you have our 4th and 5th string practice squad tight ends and they're both out there, and I don't understand the game plan of we want to throw to them, it's a mismatch. It's a mismatch when it's your starter or backup tight end, not guys off the practice squad. Now, Fursker made some good catches, so, that's good, but I don't understand keeping Tesla on the sideline, keeping Khalif Raymond on the sideline, especially when you're trying to get Montgomery more touches. You can have Gibbs and Montgomery motion Gibbs to the slot. Now you can open it up and still pound the rock with Montgomery, but trying to run all these weird opposite pulls and leaving the backside edge unblocked, and he's just flying down the line of scrimmage to make the stop. Like, I'm glad they changed it up and they said, hey, let's spread it out a little bit. They picked up the tempo because that offense is lethal.
So you're talking about, again, and I was just telling my buddy Jack here, we were saying that on that drive where they ended up going forward on 4th down. It's never a wrong time to give Jahmyr Gibbs the ball, but when it's just a dive, and it's not to say he's only a scat back, right? He's not just what the Theo Riddick role used to be, but I would have loved to see it be Montgomery. If I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down swinging with number 5 there. But here we are. You've got 18 rushing yards at halftime, and I just don't know if this is I'm sure obviously some of this is who you have on the offensive line. It's a little different running behind, guys that aren't Pro Bowlers. That's not running behind a Zeitler or a Ragnow, but I still would think that you can get more than 18 rushing yards and a half with Montgomery and with Gibbs. Defensively, what are your thoughts there? Have you seen anything in particular? I know you were also talking about ways they were generating pressure. Now, Hutch does have 2 sacks, but defensively, what has anything stood out to you so far through these first 2 quarters?
Yeah, look, when we had the starters in, when you had Branch, when you had Kirby, when you had Terrion, that defense looks completely different. And people want to give Terran Arnold a lot of grief, but like it's noticeable when he's not on the field. Dropping Hutchinson and Aleem McNeil into coverage on 3rd and long, I'll never agree with. I get Hutchinson has 5 interceptions, but let him rush the passer on 3rd and long, and then.
All right, guys, the second half's back underway. So they just got the kickoff, and going to get it at about the 32-yard line for Pittsburgh.
Awesome, Coach Dan. Can you hear us both?
Yeah,
I can hear. Awesome. Yeah. So that's. And Broski Bear in here, he asked if I recalled it. I do recall it was a great stat that he pulled, and it kind of surprised me there with Gainwell being Pittsburgh's leading receiver. Unfortunately, he got another one right there at the end of the half. So back at the look, yeah, Pittsburgh's on the field here, and third quarter's underway.
All right, Pittsburgh and 13 personnel, 1 running back, 1 receiver low, and again the stream goes down. What do you know? Might just have to use the big one. Yeah, I'll be behind a couple seconds from some of you guys.
Now, this goes on Sunday. The Lions came out. They actually stopped the Rams on their opening drive of the third quarter. But this is where I always get anxious is you give up a point, points right at the end of the second quarter, and then you don't want to compound that with another relinquishing some points here. So need a stop here.
All right. Again, apologies for the stream issues, but at least this one's stable, and yeah, going to be about 30 seconds behind you guys. First down handoff is up the middle. They're going to get them down after about a 7-yard gain. Going to set up about a 2nd and 3.
And then Coach Tim, I don't know, do you have the game on, Coach Tim?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so if we've got, let's see where you're at right now on my screen. We'll see if we can sync up here for just a minute with all of us here until
I got 2nd and 5 on the main screen. I'm giving up on the other one, man. It just crashed.
Yeah, I got 3rd and 2. Ball was just snapped.
Okay, so
all right, strong formation, split receivers, 1 high, 1 low, 2 running backs, one's a lead back. Gonna be a handoff up the middle. Lions gonna hold them to about a 2-yard gain. Set up about a 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3.
I think Coach Tim's in the lead. He's the furthest ahead. Then I'm in the middle, and then Coach Dan here with this. But frustrating to see Metcalf, man. It's again, I can't recall a situation where I've ever seen a player punch somebody during the game. And but I think what you said, Coach Dan, makes sense. I guess the refs can't necessarily enforce anything based on what happened on the sideline.
NFL offices can call down and overchange or overturn calls, but apparently they can't throw a guy out for punching a fan. All right, empty backfield here on 3rd and 2. Trips low, single high with a running back in the slot. Going to throw it out to him. He's going to be caught. He's going to nearly break a tackle, but brought down. Metcalf, one-on-one with Raquel Singh, gets the first down and about an 11-yard gain. Comeback route was there. Raquel Singh got turned around a couple times there. Rodgers does a good job looking off the ball, then coming back to his desired target. Derek Barnes nearly got a hand on it. Nearly doesn't count, though. 1st and 10, 13 minutes to go in the third quarter. We got a tie ball game, 10-10. Empty backfield. 2 high, 3 low. Davenport in. Hutch gets a little token pressure. The pass is out of bounds. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Commit a crime to do during the NFL game. Yeah, wonder what happens. I mean, what happens if you're that fan? You call the police. Do they have to come and take him off the field? And bold strategy, I guess, probably not going to happen though.
Yes, and then Coach Dan, if you're hanging out here too with us, Coach Dan, we're going to hang tight with you here, see if we can kind of fill in some gaps here. If in case your stream has any hiccups, see if we can keep us rolling smooth here.
Sounds like a plan, man. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Another empty backfield at the more or less 50-yard line. 2 high, trip slow. Zone coverage again from the Lions. Rodgers swings it out and incomplete. Little high for Metcalf. DJ Reed massaged him down to the playing field. And Metcalf coming back on the field, but little gimpy. Yeah, Lions have played more zone coverage in this game than I can remember anywhere in the MCDC era.
Yeah, so that I guess that's the change that Shepard was talking about, right? He said there's something that's going to be different, and you kind of wonder what it is.
We were talking in the first half how they were trying to keep any kind of long ball and check and force everything underneath to group tackle. Another double high safety. You got empty backfield, trips low, deuces high, delayed block and release, fly over the middle, and another big first down.
It's just agonizing because you keep getting them on third down. You feel like you're close to a stop, and then they just keep pushing through. This is the aspect that I also thought would be similar to what we saw in Los Angeles, where they killed them on play action, and I feel Rodgers will do the same thing. And then it's just a matter of you feel like they're going to push and get 5 yards each time they're getting a handoff. Where somebody needs to make a play on defense.
1st and 10, but to your point, every third and long is a first down. Strong formation, opposite side run. He's got a bit of a hole. He's got a bigger hole. He's got a first down a little bit more. He's going for about 20 yards down to 11-yard line. Detroit's D getting ran over, getting passed down. Not a good look, but still, they've only given up 10 points in this game so far.
And Coach Tim, I think you might be a play ahead of me, but on your end, Pittsburgh still in the red zone here?
Yeah, it's 2nd and 8. They're about to snap the ball.
And I told Coach Dan too, pregame, one of the things I was looking at, Pittsburgh is really efficient in the red zone. So you can hold them to 3 here, would do yourself a big favor.
Strong formation, 13 personnel, drops back, rolls out of the pocket, does Rodgers. Lions in pursuit. He's going to get about 2 yards. Jack Campbell, amongst others, in pursuit of old man Rodgers. 2nd and 8. Run pass option, a little bit of an RPO feel. Block to the left, pull to the right. Lions do a pretty good job taking all the options away. I mean, there were 2 options in the route. They didn't give up anything there. 2nd and 8 now with 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lions still dropping 2 high safeties. Keeping it all in front of them. Another strong formation. This time it is play action again, and this time they do not block the tight end, who's going to get about 9 yards. Did he fumble it? Lions say they have it. They're saying he's down.
Yeah, I've been where Coach Tim is at, where you're kind of ahead in the stream. You're kind of waiting here on this. But, yeah, that looked like for a second, but it looks like Detroit's challenging.
Let's see.
Yeah, they have to overturn that. That's a fumble. They have to.
Really? Okay, so that's interesting. So from what I saw in the replay, I didn't see it, but from what you saw there, Coach Tim, and granted, I only caught the very tail end of it.
Yeah, you'll see it. They'll flip it. They'll flip the angle, and you'll see it coming out before he's down.
Yeah, it's out. It's not secure. It's out. And, yeah, that's a fumble.
Dude.
And so Jack Campbell has it on the replay.
Hey, we've been calling for somebody to just make that play. And I'm not talking about batting down something on 2nd and 7. That's a play. But the play that we're talking about is turn it over, get the ball back, do something. So hopefully.
Yeah, that's why Aaron Rodgers was so mad and so.
Yeah, that's got to be Detroit's ball.
Yeah, you're right. See, this is why I have the easiest job being I'm just doing this with a couple of coaches. Yeah, I thought it was good for Pittsburgh, but we'll take that.
Karen knew. I think you did. Cody, balls out. I agree. Coach Rock, fumble in my book. I would agree. Challenge. They did challenge. Danica, it's got ball was out. I would fully agree with you. It was out of his hands. It was just kind of resting on his belly. Replay. They're replaying it now. That's a fumble, baby. Let's hope so. It'll be Captain Jack's ball to take. Jack with another forced fumble. That's what he does. And man, hard to believe I shouldn't say nobody, but a lot of fans didn't like him being drafted by us. Go to defense attorney there, but we can't give up 3rd and longs. The defense attorney there. I'm assuming you mean stood there. Okay, stood there. Well, hey, maybe we'll get a defensive attorney for Metcalf at the game. So, all right, we're waiting to come out of the commercial. Man, I want to try to find us. I'm so tired of that.
Hey, good, man. Yeah, I know it's frustrating, Coach Sam, but yeah, you're doing great, man. And I know, again, here, I think, Coach Tim, you're the furthest ahead. But, we talked about this going over the stats at halftime, Coach Dan, that we got 18 rushing yards. And that's just, it's not enough. It's almost like I don't care who's playing offensive line. If you've got Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, need more than 18. So is that what we're going to see on this drive? I feel like that's what I'm looking for is can you come out and extend something on the ground? Would love to have a time of possession even further here And that's big because we talked about it pregame too with Pittsburgh's efficiency in the red zone. They usually come away with the touchdown. That's why Dan Campbell went for it on that drive earlier there.
And the Lions with the recovery, and now each team has failed to score once in this game down inside the 10.
There we go. So that audio is picking up.
My
bad. Oh, you're good. You're good. Yep. So yeah, you're right. So Lions ball.
We will take that 100%.
All right. So if your stream's getting caught up, Coach Dan, I will go with this one. He does a fake handoff to Gibbs. This is Goff in the end zone. Bounds. Nothing's open.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the main TV I got over here. I get it's behind, but
yeah, no, you're good.
They're announcing Lions won the challenge, which I think we all agree with. I try to be as fair and unbiased as I can be, and yeah, that's totally a fumble.
So I've got 2nd and 10. Coach Dan, what have you got?
Just coming out of it, and it's gonna be Lions ball. I believe 1st and 10. Yes, 1st and 10. Even though we got 3rd and 2 on the screen, they're gonna hand it off. They're a play action pass to Goff, who's gonna throw it out and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I was looking for some runs here on this drive, and I understand you're backed up and in a tough position, but would like to capitalize on a turnover a little bit better than we have so far on this. Coming up on 3rd down.
All right, 2nd and 10 now. Empty backfield, too high, too low. Check that 3 low. Goff surveying, drops back. He's got time, avoids one person, gets it out to Gibbs for about a 2-yard gain. Going to bring up about a 3rd and 8.
And it looks like they made a change at center. Nice is in.
Oh, Nice is in at center.
3rd and 8
because I thought
empty backfield, 3 low, 1 high. Gibbs now motions in to be next to Goff. Pittsburgh showing a blitz. They do blitz. Goff has to handle it. He's going to go down the end zone for a safety. A low snap leads to Goff having to handle the ball, and unfortunately, 2 points, and now the ball for Pittsburgh. Nice was in at center, and, well, 2 points and the ball. Sometimes when you win by getting the fumble, you may have lost.
Yeah.
And give up the ball and 2 points.
Yeah, I started thinking through it, and I'm like, man, you're so excited for turnover. You don't stop and consider the position that you're in. And
I'm just surprised that we didn't run the ball at all.
Yeah, not one attempt.
All right, 12-10. If the Lions defense can get the ball back, Dan Campbell probably going to face some questions after this game. But I guess if you believe in the offensive line to block, you believe in Jared Goff, here's what it is.
We got Killshot Unleashed says, I know Coach Dan is Mr. Positive, but the tone is not agreeing. Hey, it's tough. He's human as well. We all are. This is frustrating, and that's the emotional swings of football. Is a minute ago, it was great. We got a turnover, and then now it's, like Coach Dan said, did you lose by winning on that? It's just a tough spot to be in for the line. And, again, I'm surprised not one run attempt there.
It is indeed. Yeah, I wonder why they didn't do that there, and maybe even have a run formation to set the play action pass. I don't know, but we can always Scooby-Doo it. Every time something doesn't work, everybody's we all know that. Everybody's got a better idea. All right, Lions defense is going to have to get another stop here. They do bring them down on the kickoff. 1st and 10 for Aaron Rodgers. Lions offense has been stymied, apparently, by the lack of a center this game. As 29 different people have taken snaps there, they're bringing some fans out for open tryouts here on the sidelines for Detroit, seeing if they can get somebody to play center here.
Yeah, if you go to a Lions game, you don't know. You might get punched by DK Metcalf. You might be called out onto the field, play center.
Lions down by 2, and Pittsburgh has the ball. 9:37 to go in the third quarter. Another strong formation, 12 personnel. Check that for Aaron Rodgers. Single high receiver. They're going to hand it off. He's met by a wall. He breaks out and still going to get gang tackled down, about a loss of a half yard. 2nd and 10, we'll say, maybe 2nd and 11, depending on where they mark him. We can't have a third quarter slump. I agree with that. Coach Rock, these third downs are a joke. Bad coaching. Cody, defensive line pressure has disappeared. Bo, Bears didn't give up last night. We are not giving up now. No, I agree with you. You never make a comeback if you quit. 2nd and 10. Trips high, single low. Rodgers surveying. Rodgers got time, drops off underneath, and he got about a 20-yard gain. Lions don't typically play zone coverage. This game they are, and I think it's fair to say it's not going great on 2nd or 3rd and long.
Yeah, wow.
Asking a lot of guys to do something they're not used to doing. Usually they're delayed in the responses. All right. 1st and 10. One high receiver, a familiar formation. They're at the 50. Play action pass. Rodgers unleashes a deep shot down the field. And just incomplete. Just off his hands. Lions will take it. Rodgers crying. Hopefully he can't see on the next play.
Yeah, there's Bees 991 who was saying I was pretty sure you were still yet to see that play there, but yeah, when Rodgers winds up for that, you clench up because you think this is going to have a bad result and off his fingertips. So that's a break. Now you got to obviously capitalize on that.
Rodgers still has a cannon, man.
Yeah, he does. You look at the wrist. Set that there.
All right. Can the Lions defense get another stop? Second and 10, 8:05 to go. 12-10 is the score. Relax, don't do it. I feel like that's a song there, Bo. 3rd down, here we come. Okay. All right, Rodgers in shotgun again. He got trips high, single low, running back high. Lions, again, zone coverage. This time they bring him down, though. Maybe a half-yard gain. Captain Jack, amongst others, trip him on up and bring him down. 3rd and 9. You got the 3rd down out there. Yes, indeed.
I got it straight from Ford Field. Just had my guy Jack give me a handoff here. So 3rd down.
All right. Can the Lions stop him here? That would be phenomenal. Lions again, zone coverage, too high safety look, empty backfield for Rodgers, trips high, deuces low. One of the lows lined up in the basically tight end slot. He does a delayed release. The Lions get a little bit of pressure on Rodgers. He's going to take off running, and he trips one guy up, sneaks past whoever the tackler was for Detroit, and he's going to set up about a 4th and 1. How did Aaron Rodgers juke out one of the Lions defenders?
Yeah, I start getting nervous there because it looks like he's going to pick up.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good, man. So interesting thought process here. You don't gain a ton by punting. It's 4th and 2. Anticipate that they go for it. Can you get another turnover?
Lions showing man this time, and timeout Detroit.
I kind of hate that we call a timeout there, but obviously coach has a reason to call that. But
all right, Breeze, the offense is worse than the defense this game, and we have injuries on D. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the offensive line issues. That's just my particular opinion. All right, here we go. 4th and 2. Can the Lions get the stop they so desperately need? Trips high, single low, running back low as well. Rodgers sending the running back out, maybe another delayed route. It is a delayed route. They're going to throw it over the middle and a first down.
It's too easy. It feels like it looked like they were playing man there, but you know it's going to be a quick pass. It's a quick slant. It's a quick dig route. And you know it's coming in hot. It's going right to the number, right to the chest. The guy can just haul it in, and just so agonizing. I wonder if other teams feel like we at times make it seem like it's so easy, because that's just agonizing to see.
All right. Pittsburgh now at the 35-yard line. They're going to pitch it out. Lions have some blocker or tacklers out there, and Davenport makes his presence felt, but not until Pittsburgh gets about a 3 to 4 yard gain. Still just a 2-point game. Lions, if they can hold them to a field goal here, probably need to consider that a win.
Yeah, for sure. At this point, yeah, you absolutely would take that there, and it's frustrating because the aspirations change quick. With stop them here. All right, let's hold them to 3. All right, let's not get down by too much here, but still within striking distance. Another 3rd down. Pittsburgh's been good on 3rd down so far today, 7 out of 12.
And it's going to get about 2 yards. It's going to set up about a 3rd and about 4. The only thing I would say, and I didn't have a chance to respond, I think it was Phil in there. What did I do to be aggressive? Just, I don't mind if you're going to play zone. I don't care if you're going to play man, but you got to disguise some things, especially against somebody who's been in the league as long as Rodgers. Do something to try to cause that hesitation.
Yeah,
I know I talk about that a lot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, though. Like this is the Rodgers being like, okay, it's when I say it's too easy, it's too easy. That's who I'm talking about, where it feels like it's.
My goodness, the Lions have backed their safeties, both of them off about 20 yards.
Too far.
There's the deep out route, come back, and it's complete for a first down. I'm not sure the logic in backing off 2 of your defenders about 20 yards, but they don't ask me.
Yeah, that seems like it's too deep, and
unless you're just thinking that Pittsburgh's going to throw the deep pass all the time. I mean, all right, they're only 10 yards off the line of scrimmage at this point. Shotgun swing out pass. Hey, right out of Detroit's playbook, going to get about 4 yards. Oh, they're going to mark him for 3. All right, can the Lions defense get a turnover, get a stop, hold them to 3? Lions defense has been out there a long time too. This, Pittsburgh is doing repeated long drives, grinding it out here.
Yeah, and we talked pregame about it. They're 78% touchdown percentage here. Once they're in the red zone, they're very efficient, and that's a strong play. Nice play from Derek Barnes here.
All right, we got 2nd and 7. Rodgers under center. Man in motion. Hand off up the middle. Lead block. He's going to get about 5 yards. 3rd and 2. Lions rush defense, again, looking gassed. But they've been out there for about 8 minutes straight, I want to say. Lions dropping single high safety. Shotgun, handoff up the middle, hit at the line. Derek Barnes brings him down. He's going to be just shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th and about a half yard. Excuse me, Davenport. Oh, it was Barnes. My bad. Way to hold him up here. Do they go with a tush push on Aaron Rodgers? Fourth and 1. They're going to hand it off outside. He's got that. He's got the first down, and he's brought down to the 4-yard line. Gainwell with a big first down there for Pittsburgh. Jack Campbell is everywhere.
Some laundry out on the field. Somebody's throwing a penalty.
All right, 1st and 3. Pittsburgh tight formation. Low side receiver. Tight end motioning high side. Play action pass. Hutch in his face. Falls down. Rodgers wisely throws away, but there's a flag on the play. See what the flag is. Offsides on the offense. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
And can't stop anything just like last week. Okay. DC wasted a whole quarter trying to run the ball over and over again. Okay. Third quarter, absolutely terrible again. I think I already got that one. Yeah, I think we've had that one a few times. What happened to the no-name guys? Apparently, they are not here, Frank. Let's see. Phil, Lions getting outcoached again? Might be. All right. 1st and goal. Shotgun formation. Too high. Lions showing man coverage this time. Rodgers surveying. Handoff. It's going to be brought down for 4-yard gain. First guy can't get him down. Took a few guys to get him down. 2nd and goal. Pittsburgh has chewed up this entire third quarter.
Yeah, they have. So, and somebody made a comment a second ago that Campbell wasted a quarter trying to run the ball, and I'm assuming he's talking about either one of the first quarters. But Montgomery and Gibbs, we haven't seen him. Gibbs had one little catch there the previous drive, so obviously he's talking about a different
shotgun. He drops back. He's under some pressure. He throws it up there and to a wide open guy in the end zone for a touchdown. But there's a flag on the play. DJ Reed is down and hurt. Believe it's going to be on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It is indeed pass interference on Pittsburgh. Take the score away. Darnell Washington with the illegal move.
Yeah, I was hoping it was on them, obviously, with as open as Metcalf was. So still got to stop him. Again, ball keeps moving back, but we are now 2nd and goal.
And Detroit just, man. Hopefully DJ's okay, but he's going to probably come out for a play. Detroit can hold him to a field goal, though. Hope springs eternal. OPI again, the 100%. Gary, this is pathetic. I know. I can't believe they run those cheap plays like that and get the offensive pass interference, right? Breeze, I hope Reed is okay. We need him. I agree. Cody, so demoralizing after a safety. You're going to have to move on, though, right? All right, let's see what we can do here. 2nd and goal. From the 14-yard line. Empty backfield for Rodgers. Trips high. Deuces low. One on the delayed route. Lions not interested in showing a blitz. They get a little bit of pressure, and it is complete for about a 7-yard gain. Alex Anzalone makes a stop, but not before a 7-yard gain. Muhammad in some pressure against Rodgers. Rodgers, nice ball placement there.
Yeah, that was
3rd and goal. Come on, Detroit D.
Threw it low. Look at this time possession of quarter. When I was talking during the week and this morning about you got to have time possession, you've held the ball for 51 seconds this entire quarter.
Yes, sir.
It's unbelievable.
2 long drives. We're all complaining about the defense, but they're gassed.
You're right.
All right, let's see if they can make a stop here, though. Empty backfield, 3 high, 2 low. There's a flag for delay of game. Unless, yes, they did call a timeout.
This back-to-back weeks that the Lions offensively have negative yardage in an entire quarter. It's agonizing.
Well,
so 3rd down. We are 3rd down, right, Coach Dan?
It is 3rd down, yes.
Big 3rd down here.
Detroit, what are you going to do here?
If there's a time for the offense to have their drive or their quarter of the season, it's this 4th quarter here, and they got to be chomping at the bit. That's back-to-back weeks. Just
26 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Lions have had the ball for less than a minute this quarter. Empty backfield, trips high, deuces low, 1 in the delayed route. Now delayed route motioning high. Zone coverage from Detroit. Rodgers surveying. It's going to be a swing out pass. He's going to be brought down at about the 5-yard line. Detroit's D holds. And that will probably end the 3rd quarter and give the Lions defense a much needed rest.
Yeah, time for a breather for them. And then, like I said, the offense has to come out and make this their quarter of the season. And then, so I think, Coach Dan, we're kind of caught up on this here. I'll be back on here for a post-game show with you and let you just rip it here for the 4th.
Sounds good, my friend. See you soon.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Hope we overlooked the Steelers. I hope we overlooked, because we sure look like I don't think anybody's overlooking anybody at this point, man. I just think Steelers came out and they're owning the ground on us. Let's see, Alan. This is not the championship year for Lions. It's next year. New center and healthy D-backs. Great team, bad injury break to key players. All right. But we've lost our entire secondary. Offensive line is wrecked. We're still in it. We are, man. We are. Rock, it's about Brown time. I'm on Ross St. Brown, maybe. Cody, Thomas, we didn't overlook them. They just aren't good. I think, let's be honest, the losing your center is obviously impacting the game somewhat, but there's a lot of things in play. Big man Hutch needs to make a play. Let's see if he does, but hopefully he doesn't hit the kicker or anything. Would we have one drive and it was a safety? It was indeed. Yeah, I was surprised they didn't run the ball at all on that one. Got to do what you got to do, I guess. All right. Hold on, I got a message. Some of the team. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Not the game we were all hoping for, but all right. Third D line has disappeared since first quarter. They're I gotta imagine at this point, Cody, they're pretty gassed. I mean, you just played 15 straight minutes, basically. Then I got injury situation is stomach. There you go. Let's see. Let me go with it. Thomas Shep has zero clue how to stop Rodgers. Blitz, bump and run. These wide receivers got to do something. Lose aggressive. Don't lay back and watch them beat you. Correct, coach. I'm around time. Bo up Snow Dog. It's a rights thing. All right. It's a rights thing. All right. Did I miss something about something? I don't know. Up dog. They have to stop playing Hell's Belt on third down. It's Mercy. Okay. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Sorry. I thought maybe I missed something. We have Montgomery, Gibbs, St. Brown, Williams, Goff, and Sewell. 6 potential Pro Bowlers. Our offense is completely horse-hung. Nothing but wasted talent. Okay. Well, the Steelers have definitely caught you flat-footed on a few different things, but there is the fourth quarter. Lions, if they hold them to a field goal here, you know what? One swing of the bat, you have a home run, you got to score, touchdown, and hey, you got an opportunity here. Probably go for 2 on the touchdown. All right, 4th and goal. Maybe he'll Noonan it. He does not. He connects, and now it is a 15-10 ball game. But Lions defense does what it needs to, and it holds them. Oh. It's tough, isn't it? It's tough. Rodgers, I'm sure does. And does. Goff is going to throw a TD to Tesla and get a 2-point conversion. Lions win, score 2 more TDs. I'll take that. Dre Day, only down 5 and the season's over. Question mark. It ain't here. I didn't hear no bell either, my friend. Brent, another third quarter. Yep, halftime adjustments. It is what it is. I mean, let's see. Breeze, DC is a great leader, but not a great OC. Both defense kept them out of the end zone. They did, despite a 10-minute drive. I'll take that. Anthony, Lions are sad while third quarter blues continue. All right. Let's see. Great day. 5 and only down 5 and the season's over. Yeah, all caught up that way. My bad. Thomas, please, for sure, wins are going to turn into for sure losses the way they're playing. All right. Lions miss Ragnow. I would agree with that fully. Thomas, we still have a whole quarter to go. Put Montgomery there, and if you're gonna pass, but I'm still running the ball. Anthony, a low scoring game to cover all the points, all the high yardage and touchdowns. In that, a lot of people won on the overs on everything. Okay, of course we miss right now. I agree. Ludell, Rodgers is still mad about the Lions kept them out of the playoffs, winning in Green Bay. Could be accurate. Allen. Go to a no huddle 5 wideout set. Pittsburgh has a bad secondary. I was surprised we haven't done more to spread them out. Anthony Went, Big Daz. What do you got? I've not seen only 3 plays in one quarter, and one of them you gave up a safety. No D on third downs, no offensive line. Breeze, we just need to win this game. Come on, coaches, let's go. All right, let's see what they can do here. There's always a chance. I mean, you're in the game. Hold on a second. Be right back. All right, and there's the kickoff. Got it at the 1-yard line. He's up to the 10, 15, the 20. It is time to Killer Kennedy. He's going to go down, we'll say, depending on where they mark him, 28-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Cody, I don't know. He's handled a lot of pressure this game, hasn't he? I don't know. Let's see. Yikes. All right. You guys are ahead of me, so it happens. All right. I will not read the comment section then, because you got, I get some of you guys ahead of me. I'm sorry. The streamer is what it is. All right. Goff and Lions on 1st and 10. I'm guessing there's almost an interception. And man, my thing just locked up. Man, what is going on today? Everything is locking up. 'Tis what it is. Ramsey uses blitzer. I know we talked about that during the week here. Comes on in. Gibbs kind of blocks him. Lions lucky that is not a pick. All right. Moving on from that, though. The blitz has impacted the Lions offense, but it is 2nd and 10. And now there is a flag on the play. False start on the Lions. Number 69. Reed is okay, though, but it is now 2nd and 15. I know the announcers just mentioned it, but yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers schemes have really thrown off the Lions. We got a shotgun formation. Lions, backed up a little bit here at the 9-yard line. trying to confuse the Lions offensive line. There's a snap. Goff has it, drops back, reading, reviewing, throws it. Jameson Williams drops it. I think that's all you can really say about that. What, Cody, my question to you is, what quarterback is good when they are pressured? That would be my question. Well, the fans are booing. They are booing. Ludell, boo Goff. Monty was working. Stop using him. Bold strategy. Stop using the guy that's working. All right. They've switched centers once again for Detroit. Shotgun. 3 low, 1 high. 3rd and 15. Goff's dropping back. He's got a little time. He unleashes the deep ball, and it is nearly interception. Goff, not sure who he was throwing to there. I think the polite way to say Detroit has not had a very good game here today. Yeah, they're very lucky that's not interception. All right, there's the punt from Detroit. Now, Detroit's defense, which has been on the field basically the entire second half, is going to have to make the play of the game. Yeah, now I see the player complaining about zero pressure. Yeah, I see you. Pat, getting hard to watch. Yep. Let's see, Thomas, I said earlier this week, do not take Pittsburgh lightly. Beat, and I was told that I'm always negative. Well, here we are. I don't think they took him lightly. At least I would be surprised. Dennis, they're playing like poo-poo. I'll go with that. Coach Rock, wouldn't surprise me if Monty went to the Jets. Maybe he requests that. Dang, we're in a tight spot. I feel like, yes, that is accurate. Phil's bootleg, what do you got? Not having Laporta is killing us. I think not having the offensive line, Laporta, and secondary, no, not helping out. Little and Goff talked about fans' complaints. Detroit fan, Lions offensive line is not very good. Allen, they have been outcoached. Could be accurate there. Gary, can we complain now, Goff? Complain about them. I think we have bigger worries than that, but hey, to each their own opinion. Ryan, this team is awful. Is it Gofful? Hey, trying to have some fun with you guys. Cody, we haven't tried a run this half. To your point, I can only say it seems odd. Trench is killing us. Great legs, a tight end had 5 catches. In the first half. Where since? Fair question. Steelers are punking Lions. Clearly see it. I'll say that you are maybe right. Let's see, Coach Rock. It seems like Laporta has DDI. It's at a young age. Victor and the Boo Birds are out of Fort Field. You're not wrong there. They are. User, big man, just one running play. Play action won't work without trying a run play. That is probably accurate as well. Ryan, fire everyone on the team. Fire everyone. Hey, Bo, a great time to revisit the Goff hate. Fits the mood perfectly. Yeah, I mean, I would just say this. Everybody can have their own opinion. I don't think Jared Goff's the problem, but you've got a lot of problems right now with the team. Alan, we let an ancient quarterback like Rodgers beat us. Hey, ancient quarterbacks. Remember, Tom Brady won a Super Bowl at like 90. Let's see, Thomas. Well, we can take our suffering like men and move on because this team is the biggest game of the year and does this. I have zero faith in the last 2 games. The Ludell, Lions are not physical enough. They've lost a lot of that, I think. Hassan Malley, this team has to be shuffled. Good Bay Lions. Good Bay Lions indeed. Thomas, especially the ball, no blitz. Are we serious? Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't done that, to be fair. Sam, imagine if Stafford was still with the Lions when Ben Johnson was here. Well, he wasn't, though. All right, 1st and 10, getting back to the game. Lions in desperation mode with 14:25 to go. Rodgers under center. This is the Lions season here, I believe, this drive. There's a run. He's up the middle, waits for the hole, gets about 4 yards. And I think Tyleik Williams may have hurt his hand on that play. Got 5, 2nd and 5. Very similar to last week, but it's hard to really complain about the Lions defensive line. I mean, they've been out there the entire half. Plays this half, 6 plays, negative 3 yards for the Lions offense this half. Rodgers, shotgun. Drops back to pass, quick out, and what do you know? It's open. When you drop guys off that deep, it's especially against a veteran quarterback. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I suspect none of us do. Let's see. That ball control is crazy for the Steelers. Yeah, the end. All right. Thomas, watch the D. We're 7 to 10 yards off the wide receivers. We are indeed. I've noticed that. 1st and 10 once again. Everybody coaches differently. All I can say is I'm aggressive. Some people like it, some people don't. And right now the Lions are playing very passive is what I would say on defense. When you have the better players, I think you can play that way because the better players will typically make better plays. When you don't have the better players, here's a quick swing out here. Another missed tackle from the Lions. They're going to bring him down after a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. Davenport may be hurt on the play. Can the Lions D save the day? I mean, even if they hold them to a field goal, I mean, mathematically, you're still in the game. All right, 2nd and 5. And that's a big run, and it's a touchdown. That may be the dagger in the Lions' heart. $21 to 10, pending the PAT. Yeah. Well, Lions gonna need a little bit of help here. Well, let's see if the Lions can go down, score a touchdown, and get the D a little bit of rest and an opportunity to rebound here. Watch Ben Johnson get to the Super Bowl. We'll see if that happens. How long can you be positive, Pete? Always, man. Always, man. I mean, a buddy of mine was just blowing up my phone saying, blah, 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 this. I mean, I get it, man. Everybody's going to be emotional, upset. Here's what I can say. I'm glad the Lions are 0-17. I'm glad they're not 3-14. I'm glad that we're not 2 and whatever. I mean, you get the point. Am I less than happy about this game? 1,000%. Do I think – I don't even want to say this, but here's what I'd say with coach. And this is just me talking as a coach. When you hire a coach, what is their strength? Are they really good at this, really good at that? I mean, I guess what I would say, what is MCDC's strength as a coach? It's motivation to me. How does that impact the X and O's of an offense or a defense? So if you're gonna be that motivational coach that don't have, Andy Reid's an offensive coach, Ben Johnson's an offensive coach. You can fire other stuff, too, or find other stuff too, with each coach probably in the NFL. How many of them make it as a motivational coach? And I don't really know if there's a ton out there because at some point, I don't care if it's basketball, baseball, softball, football, you've got to have a strength. And I will say this for Dan Campbell, I get the offensive line has been a struggle this year. And, we can all say this about Glasgow. Any questions about whether he was an effective center for us? How much different would this game be if he was out there? We'll never know. But Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see. All right, well, getting back to it. Lions got to go down the field and go ahead and win. Win a touchdown here. Will it into existence? Well, I can't read the comment section because I see some spoilers coming out, and I still am watching the game. Maybe some of you guys aren't. I don't know. All right, Tom Kennedy coming up, and it's going to go down to the 25-yard line. All right, let's see what shakes out here. The Lions need points, no doubt about it. And I can't imagine being Dan Campbell because, just the amount of heat on him. The pressure. It's pro sports in the NFL. All right, Goff in a shotgun. He's got 2 high, 1 low, plus a tight end running back to the low side. Pass to Gibbs. Apparently they were not on the same page, but Goff had to get rid of it. I know some of you in the chat were saying, where was he throwing? Well, it's either get rid of it there or get sacked from what I'm seeing. And again, you guys, some of you are like 30, 45 seconds ahead of me, a play or two, but you have to make a choice there. Throw the incomplete or get sacked. Which do you think better sets up second down? 2nd and 10. Speaking of downs, we're at second down. Goff, shotgun formation, drops back. He's throwing it to Gibbs, this time on the curl pattern. He's going to pick up about 7. So, Pittsburgh, thankfully, going to sort of call timeout here. Give Detroit's defense a little bit more time to rest as one of their DBs apparently is hurt here. Didn't see what happened. I think it's the one who tackled Gibbs. Gibbs, 6 yards rushing. St. Brown, 5 targets, 3 receptions. Jameson Williams, 6 targets, 3 receptions. Tamed Lions indeed. So injury timeout. Let's see what shakes out. Maybe the Lions go down and pull off a comeback. Sorry, guys, responding to something for work. All right. Gotta sign some paperwork. All right. Let's see. Great Lakes get our Sundays back soon. Laughing out loud. There you go. Thank you, Bo. Let's see. JK, like me, possibly 4th place schedule. That would be the positive side, big man. Think about everybody getting healthy. You got another draft to kind of work on stuff, and you get a 4th place schedule. That is positive, Pete, right there. Lots of time still. We have 12 minutes left. I agree. A good point. Brian, either we get a TD drive here or the bright side would be the 3rd place schedule next year. How about 4th place? I don't know if we can get 4th place. We can get the 3rd place, though. Rock Pierce will have a long DDI list. Seems like the same guys get injured all the time, but there are pros to step up and take care of business. Yeah, take care of business indeed. By the will of the Tree of Destiny, the Lions score. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Steve, offensive line and backfield killed us. That might be right. I mean, the offensive line definitely a big issue for us. I think everybody gets that. JK, Lions haven't drowned yet. Low me, slippy slip. Okay. All right. So we'll see what shakes out here. I mean, the only thing I can say is we lose. Can we still make the playoffs? Maybe, I guess. But here's what I can say. I'm going to be broadcasting the final games of the season. I'm still going to be cheering them on. Win 2 games. You got 9 wins. You got a winning season. So that's how I look at it. All right. Yeah, so I don't know. Everybody responds to it differently, and some of you are going to be really upset. That's totally okay. I love the Lions to death. Obviously, I'm on the show or have the show up every day of the year. Probably not on Christmas or New Year's Day, though. But you guys get it. Yeah, I want them to win a Super Bowl. But they don't win. I won't allow it. I used to get all worked up and stuff about it. I just don't do that anymore. All right, 3rd and 4, season on the line. Just under 12 minutes to go. 3 to the low side, single high side. Goff making another adjustment here. Drops back to pass. He's got time. He throws it, and it's completed to Khalif Raymond. The Lions got a first down. 1st and 10. Hey, what do you know? Hey. Kind of a Bronx cheer from Ford Field. But it is what it is. I mean, go down, score a touchdown, you got a game. Lions can't worry about playing defense, getting a stop until you go down and score. Shotgun, too high, too low. Running back high as well. Goff drops back, unleashes it to Isaac Tesla for about a 6-yard gain. And all right. 11 minutes to go. Your season on the line. Hey, remember, probably a whole lot of Green Bay Packers fans felt pretty comfortable that they were going to win with 2 minutes left in the game. Goff takes another snap. He drops back. He unleashes the fury to Zylstra, that crazy guy who gets another first down. Lions are on a hot streak here. That's 2 first downs this drive and in this second half. Not wasting any time. They're getting after it. Rally time. Come on now. Put on the rally caps. Ford Field faithful. Lions lovers. Oh, they're going to go to the huddle. Well, never mind. All right. 10 minutes to go. You're down by 12. Under center is Goff. 2 high, 1 low. Man in motion is St. Brown. They're going to play action, pass it to Khalif Raymond. He's got blockers in front of him. He's going to go for another first down. Holy but Jesus, this offense is unstoppable. 3 first downs in a single drive, let alone this half. Where's this all been? I don't know. Trying to make this entertaining for you guys. Here we go. Shotgun formation, 3 high, 2 low after the motion. Goff drops back. He's got time. He unleashes it. St. Brown drops it. A juggling would have been catch. That is none. 2nd and 10. Can the Lions pull off a great comeback? Cody, I would disagree. I would say the Philadelphia game was. But I think Goff hasn't had a horrible game, just not a good game. But that's just me. All right, shotgun, 2 low. Goff drops back. Gonna throw it to Gibbs. Gibbs breaks a tackle, hits the old button, goes down about a yard shy of a first down. I mean, I would just say, Cody, you blaming Goff for St. Brown dropping it? I don't know. I don't know. All right, 3rd and 2. Now, maybe there's something going to happen that I don't know because I haven't seen yet, so maybe that's your point. I don't know. 3rd and 2. No rushes still this half for the Detroit Lions. Goff drops back, throws it into the dirt. That could be what you're talking about to Tesla. Yeah, he slings it low. Ooh. Mahogany stepped on Goff's foot. And that could be part of it. All right. I'm not going to read the comment section. I want to see what happens here. The drama. I can't wait to see what happens on 4th and 2 for the Lions. Just under 9 minutes to go. Down by 12. And there's apparently a timeout, Pittsburgh. All right. Bold strategy. Bold strategy indeed. Do or die drama, says Bo. Let's see. So Cleve just might have saved us. Okay, well, I'm guessing there's gonna be a touchdown. All right. Well, hey, see what shakes out here. Where's Dan O'Damas when you need him? Maybe he can give us a bold foretelling of the future. You know, I hope you guys know I enjoy doing this stuff with you guys. So hopefully you guys don't mind my humor. Lone Wolf. All right. We should have went for 2, right? Let's see. We're at 10, 12. So it wouldn't mathematically help. I mean, you'd be down 5 or 4. I mean, there's no 5 or 4 point play. All right. Let's see what will happen here on 4th and 2. I don't know. And knowing is half the battle, said G.I. Joe. Goff drops back. He takes it out of the shotgun. He's looking, surveying. Khalif Raymond catches it. And oh my goodness, Dan O'Damas called it. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. And just like that, the staled Lions offense wakes from its slumber. They may be the only team in NFL history to not run a ball in the second half. Huh? It is a touchdown. And I'm going to, you know what? Just so I can try to catch up to you guys. I know this other stream just stinks, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get it to work again. Just so we can maybe try to enjoy the end of the game together. All right. So I got a Coca-Cola commercial and a State Farm commercial. How close am I to you guys? He could have saved hundreds, but he's doing the Georgia Bulldog bark. Antenna coach, the only problem is, Phil, the CBS where we live, I can't pick it up because we're right next to this real big radio station antenna or tower. What do you want to say? Still time to go, boys. I agree. Antenna coach, Bo, that little guy can fly. Yes, indeed. Blue Frosty versus blue Kool-Aid. Ooh. All right. YouTube TV is where it's at, coach. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Alan, I have watched every game for 60 years. In the 1-16 season, I know this team. They are going to OT and win this thing. I'm down with that. Let's see, Cody. I'm on Sky Rizzy. I don't know what that is. Is that a website or something, Cody? I guess let me know because I don't know what Sky Rizzy is. Phil. Oh, that's right, Coach Rock. Now the D needs to step up and stop the third down plays. That would be phenomenal. So there you go, Dre Day. We still got time. Up, Snow Dog. Rabbit ears are great and free. Yeah, that's usually what I use. But again, CBS, it's just the channel I can't pick up. No need one more stop. Yes, indeed. No SpongeBob. Phil. Blue Moon ice cream. SpongeBob. Sanborn, digital antenna. Still free football. Yeah, that's what I have. But again, just can't get CBS. Hey, Thomas, is there a JK do or die game tonight? Drug commercial? Yeah, all right. Let's see. Hutch is going to strip sack Grandpa Rogers. That would be great. Sports app. DOFU sports app. Maybe let me see if I can find that. I do not know what a DOFU sports app is. All right. DOFU sports. Okay. All right. SpongeBob. Okay. Coach, thanks for putting up with us. Hey, no worries, man. I try to find the bright side and everything, man. It's just who I am. Who I am indeed. Cody. Oh, no. Haha. That was a commercial. It was okay. My bad. Defense turn. Laughing out loud. Great energy. Coach Dan. Well said, Gary. Yep. DFO. Yep. Right. Okay. I'll see what I can find here. I know nothing about this. And not to track, continue. Continue the app. Yeah, let's do that. All right, continue. All right, well, depending on what I'm trying to watch it on. All right. All right. Well, back to the game here. Got it on my screen, so. All right. Can the defense hold? They probably outgassed, but they're going to do a jet sweep pull. Lions are going to give up first down. On first down, I guess if you're going to give them a first down, that's the time to do it. 1st and 10. Lions need a stop here in the worst way possible. Calvin Austin, questionable to return for the Steelers. Davenport, questionable to return for the Lions. Let's go, Lions. You hear it in the Ford Field faithful. All right. Shotgun, 2 tight ends. Rodgers drops back, swings it out to the running back. Lions kind of overrun and give up about 6 yards. Flag on the play, though. Let's hope that's a hold.
We got a penalty.
Penalty. Here, clapping. Illegal block in the back. You see, that's the problem with the Steelers. They're cheaters. All right. On 81, John O. Smith.
Go ahead and play that right there.
That blocked, yeah, Jack Campbell in the back. Good call.
Campbell was going to be able to make that actual play.
It is what it is. We'll take all the breaks we can get, right? How about a pick 6 here? Wouldn't that be something? 7:50 to go.
They actually ended up pushing the defender toward the running back. Now you got a 1st and 20.
First and 20. Come on. Get after him.
It's a huge difference for a team who's been systematic throughout the game, right? Staying in place.
Shotgun formation. 2 low, 1 high. Man in motion. Lions in zone again. Swing out long pass, and it's a 1st down. Rockyo Singh got roasted. Hey.
This is outstanding. This ball's in the air before he turns his head, and it's just because the defender right there, his ball's already gone. And now you find it's just because the defender isn't looking at you that you know my guy will turn his head at that point.
All right, Lions still have a chance here. Got to hold him to a field goal.
It was a 1st and 20 play.
Under 7 minutes to go.
Huge play. Warren.
Big run. It's going to be a 1st down, and he's gone for a touchdown.
No one's going to get to him.
Another 45-yard run, a sprint to the end zone. Both of his rushes for scores from 45 out.
Take a look right here.
Lions D.
You got to get outside. Get out there. It allowed Metcalf to block 2.
Well, the long road ahead for Detroit may have just gotten longer. 29-17. Fire Morton and Davenport package tonight. I mean, can you fire Morton? I mean, is he responsible for this? I don't know. Same guy, same play. This is true. What the heck? I don't know. Let's see, Pierce. And Brad thinks I'm done for questioning Davenport. That's fair. Fair. Metcalf has been burnt several times today. Yes, indeed. Alan, I don't mind losing, but I hate losing to a weirdo like Rodgers. See you next year, says Phil. I'll still be here doing the show and the remaining games this year. Thomas, who is the guy who said our offensive line coach was so great? Fire him too. Brad is Buns also. Sean, fire Calvin Shepard, and it's a job to make a scheme work. Cody, Shep lost me. We could have hired a veteran coaches. Walt, we stink no defense at all. Gary, I'm done being positive. This team has disappointed and ticked me off enough. Our running back has 3 45-yarders. Danica Price. Well, let's go, boys. It ain't over. I like the way you're thinking. Scott, love this team. Let's go, Lions. Coaching stinks. Offense isn't great. Exactly. We always hire no experienced guys. All right. All right. Here's the kickoff, and he's at the, we'll say, 32-yard line. Brad Holmes will probably be answering some questions about we're good, right? Let's see. Bigman, To subtract the long runs, the run defense is okay. Unfortunately, they all count, though, right? Victor, Steelers average 92 yards rushing a game. They have 200 against the Lions. Let's see. Lone Wolf, 5 weeks in a row. Defense gives up 27 or more points. Offensive line is garbage. Very disappointing. Where's my other drink? Okay, that I don't know. All right, Goff back at it. Shotgun. Drops back. He's going to probably face some easy coverage. There's a flag on the play already. Got to be offsides, I would assume. Can't be holding that fast. Illegal shift.
Number 84 did not get set prior to the snap.
That's something that's happened a lot to the Lions this year. So.
It's been really a tale of two offensive lines, both coming in, dealing with a lot of injuries. This Steelers O-line getting it done first.
Can you guys hear the audio? Is that okay?
To high five after that touchdown. Then Mike Tomlin went up and down, and he said,
you got to live
a certain way this time of year. You got to live a certain way. Big boys run the football. That's what they've been doing.
Shotgun. First and 15.
So many great sayings.
Goff drops back.
Here's
throws it underneath the Gibbs, brings it back, kind of slippy-doo, dunkaroo. Let's just say about a 5-yard gain. Lions got to go.
Let the clock keep
Campbell has lost the
now
team, says Leonard.
Tomlin encourages his teams to take
gonna need some motivation for sure. Run the ball, you're down 2 touchdowns. There you go. Bold strategy.
Second down and 10.
Goff drops back. Nearly picked off.
Third time he had a play on Clark. Yeah, third time.
Third time.
Almost made the theft.
Well, he's coming out of the middle of
Just
the field.
no commercials. Yeah, I got to remember that part, right?
This one was probably.
That's a plus.
That's just a great
Come on,
play
Pierce.
by Clark.
They need more
You can't
of this
blame
now.
him for not getting a pick here. It's just a wonderful job of getting his hands on the ball.
All right, 3rd and 10. You got 2 downs. You get a first down.
That matters. Now you got a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. What we do here, new Gene Oakland. Trips to the low, single to the high. Goff throws a deep shot downfield, and he catches it to Jameson Williams for a first down. He's going to be past the 50.
We'll see where they
5.5
forward progress. First down
minutes
for Detroit,
to go.
Any way you slice it.
Let's hope we're in Philadelphia at 23.
21 yards on that.
Let's see what happens. Cody, what makes me mad is now we start playing. Here we are, J-Mo. Dump.
The last time. Now they're both on the left.
All right, another shotgun formation. Goff drops back. He's going to throw it down the field, a wobbler, but caught to J-Mo, who holds on, takes the big shot. First down, 5 minutes to go.
That's exactly right. You're going to see.
Fisher looks good. Hey.
Rotating the safeties towards St. Brown.
All right, they're at the 31-yard line. Goff takes another snap.
That's exactly right.
Another pass, another completion. Lions moving, going. Jameson Williams with another big catch, another big hit on him, too.
And Gibbs.
Under 5 now. Goff drops back, dumps it off to Gibbs.
Underneath to
Why they weren't using him more as a receiver?
Williams gave him a 1,000-yard
Lions do have 2 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning.
He got 1,000
2nd and 5.
1,001 yards last year with his last catch of the season, putting him over the mark. Now he's got it again.
All right. Shotgun for Goff.
4.5
There's
to go.
the snap. 4.5 to go. Swings it out to Fisker. Gets the first down and out of bounds.
With Frisker.
Frisker looking frisky on the play, I guess.
Let them double team certain guys, rotate a certain way.
Best tight end this year. Might be, man. Hospital passes all around, it seems. I agree, Pierce. Fisker, 11 on long. A bit late, Dan Campbell. Hey, better late than ever, right? 4.5 minutes to go. Well, 4 minutes and 32 seconds, at least on my screen.
Slow this down. Lions now moving at will.
It's just an adjustment game. When they start to adjust to what you're doing, you got to adjust again.
All right. Shotgun again. 3 high, 1 low. Swings out to Gibbs. He makes the first guy miss. He gets a first down. Gets down to the 5-yard line. Maybe the 4. 4 minutes, 22 seconds left.
Just a great job.
So what I would say is the Lions have made some adjustments here, but inexperienced coaches take longer to make adjustments. All right, at the 4-yard line, Goff rolling out. He's throwing it bad in the air and incomplete. So what I would say is the longer you coach, the faster you read things, just like a player. So.
Ramsey gets his
pass is batted down. Otherwise, it would have been a touchdown to Goff. Isn't indeed. All right. Getting back to this one. Like Davenport inside the girls' bathroom, maybe. All right. 29 out of 42 for Goff. 307 with 2 scores. They need one more score and then a stop and another score. So I guess that's 2 more scores. Shotgun again from the 4-yard line. Second down. Goff drops back. He's under some pressure. Throws it and nearly intercepted again. Needed to lay that one up, and he had a wide open guy. Had a wide open guy, but couldn't get it over the guy that dropped back. I mean, Steelers walk in to Zylstra if he lays it up, but didn't see the defensive lineman dropping.
And then no one's going to guard. You could not make an easier.
Nose tackle dropped into coverage, and
unless you have really athletic.
Is what it is. 3rd and goal. You got 2 shots at this thing. Goff out to Gibbs, who's going to walk it in for a touchdown. A Detroit Lions touchdown. I'll still be here too, Pierce. Me too, man. We'll all be here. Well, maybe not everybody. I can't speak for everybody. But, hey, yes. Okay, defense, please redeem yourself. Let the offense play D. You don't have to. Breeze, nice to see Hutch have his first 2-sack game. Hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Sam, 11. JK, skip you Vegas and still not happy. Pierce, Breeze, so Manu, Martin, Hooker, you're all fine with. Hey, nobody gets 100%. I mean, not that I like the picks, but I will say this, Pierce. I mean, trying to be as fair as I can be. I do think Brad Holmes overall does draft pretty well. Miracle win next. Let's see, Danica. Wow, this is torture. Back to the old days. Working coach. No, I've got something else up, but thank you for that. I'll check that out after the show. I just don't have the time to punch in all my numbers on it. Pat, 4:11 to go. We can do this. We can do this. You got to get a stop first, though. Or do you go for the onside kick? A Lions victory. Dang it. Well, if we didn't get that safety, we'd only be down 3. It is true. Riley, 18 yards rushing and no runs the entire second half. Need to stop here in the worst way. Brian, when we win the NFC Championship, I give Brad his flowers. That's fair enough. That's fair enough, man. Pierce, Rock, I ran out of characters to type Rakestraw and Levi and Pascal. It happens, man. Pick 6, that would be phenomenal. How about a fumble 8? All right, we're down 5, my friends. You got 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Can the defense rise to the occasion? Loving the gallows humor from everyone. I'll take that, Danica. Brian, you are just a Brad hater, even though it makes no sense. All right. Might as well onside. Hutch strip sack, that'd be great. Let's see. Pierce, Dan Holmes has drafted well. All right, I'll go with that. All right. Getting back to the game. They're at the 10, 15, the 20, 25, 30. 4:07 to go. Do crew, what say you? I'd go man-to-man, and I got blitz here. Put your guys back on the island. The zone, to each their own. Let's see. Goff, 21 straight games with a touchdown pass, 18 yards rushing, season average 131 for Detroit. You can see the Ford Field faithful are alive and well in this one. What do they do here? Mean Gene, Oakland, we're going to find out. Power formation, single high receiver, 1 running back, 2 tight ends in. 1st and 10. Man in motion, jet sweep handoff. And again, Detroit not even ready for it. He gets a 1st down. They've burned us on that a few times. Lions appear ill prepared to make an adjustment to it. The nice part is if you're going to give them 1st down, you gave it up on 1st down. Their tight ends are huge, Phil. I agree with you fully there. Laughing out loud. We can't stop them. Need a turnover. Might be. See what we do here. We do have safeties. Hey, sometimes you got to have them, right? All right, 1st and 10.
The best record in the AFC. Who would have thought? Carolina. Impressive. Well, they move Spencer Anderson. 1st and 10.
Play action pass. Rodgers rolling out. Hutch leaves the guy open. Ill-conceived strategy. Another 1st down. The good part is they got him out of bounds.
Already been shaken up one time. He takes another big blow. It goes for 13.
Yeah, their tight ends are massive. A stop in 2 minutes would be nice. Davenport wasted roster spot. Robert Whiten, they go for 2. Maybe go for 2. I guess maybe I don't understand. What would that do for us? We'd have 25. We'd be down 4. Well, I don't know. 4 and 5. You still need a touchdown.
Nobody wants to tackle this guy.
No, number 80 for Pittsburgh is big. He's big. All right. 3:12 to go. 1st and 10. Got to hold him to a field goal now. And, of course, they call a timeout.
There's oxygen being taken on the sideline. Cam Hayward wasn't even in the game.
Made Reed look like a middle school linebacker. Might be true. 80 is a tank. He's a big dude, man. Big dude. They can't cover a manhole.
Defense needs to make a stop. Now they can hold them to a field goal and still be mathematically in the game at 8. And for the people who joined us, that did not look like that was going to happen about 5 minutes ago.
Aaron Rodgers, 9 straight completions. Lions have 2 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning.
The run fits are the issue. They've got to be able to get the run fits.
All right, let's see what we do here.
It's coming. Smith behind them, and they
Pitching out to the tight end. There is a flag on the play. Lions are just getting ran over.
Holding, number 98, defense.
Holding on the
5
defense.
yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic. 1st down.
Wow. DJ Reed, this defense for the last month just can't stop anybody, Tony. Well, so much of it, that's just Sean McVay being Sean McVay. But today, it's these safeties. You got to remember how many guys are out for the season in the run fits. I keep talking about it. Just not.
Hey.
They are not in a position now. I do think Shepard has done a great job adjusting today, but not in the run game in the second half. They gave up 519 to the Rams. Now you see over 470.
All right, 1st and 10. Got home to a field goal there. There's a run, and it's going to be shut down. A loss of a yard. The Lions take a timeout here. I would. Preserve all the time you can. Timeout. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, Thomas. This is embarrassing. Let's hope for a Motor City miracle. Brian, I gave up after the Minnesota loss. I knew then we weren't playing well. I told myself, I hope next year, 6 weeks later, no improvement. Okay? Hutch absolutely disappeared after the first half. There you go. I'd have to go back and watch. I think they're, I haven't really paid that much attention to what they're doing to them. All right. 2nd 11. They did not call a timeout. They're going to pitch it out. Lions D brings them down.
3rd and 8 coming up, and a timeout call right here by the Lions.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you called a timeout now, but you didn't on the play before because you could have preserved about 30 seconds or so. But they don't ask me. I'm with you on that, Thomas, 100%. Great Lakes, on a positive note, Denver has played more games this year than the past 4 years. This is true. Coach Rock, DDI is in there. Breeze, you think this defense stinks? Laughing out loud, we wouldn't be in the game at all if it weren't for the defense bailing out the less than great offense first half and play call. McNeil has got to go. Phew. All right. Getting back to the game. It is 3rd and 8. Hey, got to keep them from getting a 1st down here. Monster play situation. 3rd and 8. 2 high safeties. Come on downhill. Oh, dang it. My thing froze up. Naturally. Well, gonna have to wait to see what happened because my thing, of course, froze up right then and there. The drama. Sorry about that, guys. Doing what I can while working with what I can. But, yeah, I don't know what happened. Season here. I'll go with that. All right. Well, see if I can get it back up here. Nope. All right. Still trying. Doing my dangest. Well, the Lions aren't the only ones having problems today. Obviously, my streams are having problems. All right. 4th and 8, so I'm guessing we got to stop there. What if we block the field goal attempt and return it all the way for the touchdown? And my stream is blocking up again. Well, let me try something. A bold strategy, Cotton. Oof. It's exhausting. But I'll have to work on this. Maybe I'll just have to put one of the antennas outside. See if that helps. Something to worry about another time, though. Can't do it right now. So sorry for the stream issues. Going to be a 36-yard attempt.
So he's wobbly as he heads back to the sideline, and now Roswell trying to make it an 8-point lead. He's already made 1 from 59.
I'm guessing he missed it. I'll take it.
And the kick by Boswell.
2:05 left. Lions have a timeout as well. Coach Rock, I don't know. I don't know how many kickers are that good where they can intentionally doink it. How about that, comment section? Do you believe in miracles? You go score a touchdown. The Lions fan base is going to erupt. Here we go, says Lauren. I agree. Gibbs won't run backwards. So let's hope not. Doink. Oh, my gosh, says Bo. All right, so you're going to get a free timeout with a 2-minute warning. Plus, you got a timeout. Touchdown wins it. I'm glad we didn't go for 2, because if we didn't get it, oy vey. All right, Goff. We got a running play that goes nowhere but backwards. Why you go away from what was working the prior drive or two is a great question. Detroit City Miracle, last breath of air next. There you go. 2 minutes left, and we need a TD. Championship team would deliver. You know, we got 3 downs to get a first down. Let's start with that. I would say 4th down time. Yeah, there's no tomorrow. It's 4th down all the time. Sorry, but even if we win, this team doesn't have the it factor. I'll take a win. I'm selfish like that. I don't care what we don't have. I'm worried about just winning. A return of the doink. There you go. Anthony, I understand these play calls. You need to go down the field, not sideways on. Trying to catch someone off guard and probably caught himself off guard. But, hey, why they did what they did, I don't know. All right, Lauren, let's pass it down the field, mix it up with Raymond, Tesla, and J-Mo. Coach Rock, why didn't they wear shirts that rip away? That's a good question. Lone Wolf, why are they running the ball now? That's a phenomenal question. I say, man, we need praying and lucky to continue. Cody Gibbs, oops, yeah, I can't play the sound of that. Gibbs isn't a good runner unless there's a big hole. Please just pass. J-Mo, long ball time. Max, our defense allowed 29 points. It did. Thomas, think of it if Shep attacked Rodgers at all in the second half. Totally different game. Maybe. Breeze, Dan Campbell, stop running the ball. What is he thinking? I don't know indeed. And again, my stream, once again, man, this thing is what it is. I'm just trying to make it through this game. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, hopefully we don't try to run it anymore unless we get down in the red zone. We'll see what they do, though. See what they do. All right. How you guys doing? Let's be real. A couple minutes ago, nobody thought that this game was even going to be close. And yet, here we are. And yet, here we are again with another stream busting. So, I'm not a quitter, though. I'll keep trying to get this thing to work. This is frustrating. But at least I'm trying, right? At least I'm trying. All right. At least we got a good game. Not the game maybe we wanted, but hey, we got it. One chance, one opportunity. Lions have the ball indeed. Yes, indeed, Max. All right, 2nd and 13. You got 3 shots at getting a first down. Chip away at it. Pittsburgh gonna blitz. They do blitz. Goff's got to get rid of it. He does get rid of it and overthrows Zylstra.
Zylstra was the target. Well, Sawyer, the defensive end, basically is going to guard the tight end. He's in for TJ Watt, and they do the zone blitz.
Goff thought he would cut in more watching the route. Zylstra just stopped his route.
He's had a couple of flash plays today.
3rd and 13.
Not exactly ideal right here for the Lions.
You got 2 downs to get it.
After getting the break off the missed field goal, you got 2 plays to pick up 13 yards and stay in it.
Goff has it. He unloads.
Right there, picks up 12.
Gets to 12. So it's going to be 4th and about 1 or 2.
He's going to take his time to really make sure they get everybody aligned for this one. Game comes down to this play right now.
Lions going to call a timeout here.
Blitzes and pressures. Goff reads this one out. Throws it low and away. And I think he caught it.
Ooh, that's close. That is close. Definitely contact with the ground there. Was it a control reception? Was it under control by Zylstra? Seems to right there, but it has an arm underneath it. I mean, huge decision here as this is being looked at. Will it be 4th and 2?
Previous play is under review.
All right, Gene, I don't know. What do you see here?
Really, really close, Jim. I see Zylstra when he's...
Well, they're saying it's close, and I agree it's close. So I guess what I would say is if they ruled it a catch on the field, ooh.
And then there, you see almost that the football kind of moves a second time.
I hate saying it, but I don't think that's a catch.
Wouldn't want to just jump out there now and say it's indefinitive, just completely conclusive that it is a catch. He is controlling it there.
We'll see.
I don't know if that's the football laying down. Remember, it has to be conclusive to overturn. To me, that doesn't jump off the screen.
Dr. Detroit, that's incorrect. We have 2 more games.
And again, he did have a hand underneath it on the other end of the football, on the far nose. So it'll be the 4th and 13.
It's a catch, all right? That run puts us in this position, okay? A good team would get the first down. Let's be a good team then. It is a catch. Makeup call for what? You can clearly see that it's not. I don't know. This is insane. I'll take that. Is Pitt defense that good? They're causing issues for the offensive line without a question. All right, doesn't matter though. You got 1:39 left, and you got a timeout since that was an officials review. Field goal does you no good. You got to be touchdown time.
You could end the game right now, but you could also be explosive. I think you kind of played this.
All right. 4th and 2, Goff in a shotgun.
Make him still drive the field.
St. Brown in motion. Lions drop back, and that's got to be pass interference. There is flags, multiple flags. Yeah, you can't get there before the ball, man. Team of destiny, ha, says Cody. Jonathan, oh my goodness, the refs saved us. Hey, is what it is, man. I mean, he hits him before the ball's in the air. Before the ball's there, I should say. Steelers do have a blatant pitch. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it. He's there early. I mean, in replay, it's obvious. But anyways, first down Detroit. And it stops the clock.
And he's turning to receive.
That was a blatant. Yeah, okay.
Just a hand there, materially affecting with that restriction with the right arm. Who made the play for the safety at the start of the second half.
At least on my screen, as messed up as it is, it's all over the place, man. I just try to catch up to some of you guys. Now I got to reload this stupid thing. I could remember. All right, well, see what I can do to catch up here. So, sorry, guys. It has been a calamity of issues for the Lions and for myself with the stream. And each streaming service I'm trying to get to work, this isn't working. So, what are you going to do? Please. All right. Hey, Faye. This is terrible. Trying, guys. I'm trying. Praying for luck. Hey, we'll take a little luck.
You can see Highsmith knew it right after he did it.
All right. So, where I got a tripping on Pittsburgh against Goff. So, yes, that will move the Lions and a first down. Helpful Chase. Don't be negative now. Yeah, there you go. Can we get in the playoffs if we lose? We could. It'd be really difficult, though. Agreed. Great leg, says Brian. Tripping. Yes, it was. In a minute left, coach. Yes. I've got a minute 19 left, Philly. And the Lions have a timeout. Why is Goff waiting so long to throw? Somebody's got to be open. It ain't over. It ain't over, indeed. All right. Here we go. Goff takes the snap. He's looking. Don't be open. Throws it, and thankfully into the dirt. Tipped away from him. Goff's going to have like over 50 passing attempts this game. But what the Steelers are doing, from what I can tell, yeah, there's just not many open holes. And what the holes are, you've got to wait for them to come open. Hey, let's not be rude to each other here. Let's just, I mean, I'm not reading the comment section, so I don't know what's going on, but let's just focus on the team. 2nd and 10. Trips high. Too low. Swinging it out to St. Brown. He's got a blocker. He's got another blocker. He's got another blocker. He's still running. He's still going. He's down to the 12-yard line. They're going to say 10-yard line. I think the 12, but we'll take it, baby. Sun Godly War. There we go. Lions. How about that? TD, baby. Let's hope there will be. Yes, Bo. Alan, I think the Lions are responsible for 2,000 bipolar cases in Michigan. 200,000, my bad. Off into the end zone. Incomplete. 45 seconds ago. 2nd and 10. Trying to catch, I think with that pass, they were trying to catch Tesla off guard, or excuse me, the defense off guard. But Kingsley Aquana, man, for the center, even though I don't think he's blocking well, he got downfield in a hurry. Lions got 3 downs to get the game winner. Still got a timeout, too. You can still get a first down as well. Empty backfield. Steelers showing blitz. Tesla gets it. And he's down for a first down. First and 10, 30 seconds ago. Lions. He's got a man open. It's a touchdown. 22 seconds left. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the end zone. Debbie Downer is in the chat. What do you say now? There's a flag on the play. Oh, boy. That's not good. Gonna call a pick route, I bet. Pick route. Yes.
This place went wild. Duggar is late to come down because they're blitzing everyone. So now he's got to get out there and cover the flat, and it's a pick by the offense. That will back them
What was that? What do you say now? What do I say? I say that's a penalty. You know what? Help full chase. If you want me being upset because the people are Debbie Downers, then you know what? Go screw yourself. What do you want me to do? Root against the team? That apparently seems to be your job, man. Debbie Downer, right? That was offensive pants, right? Yeah, it was, man. Come on, let's. Yeah, this is real right now, 100%. I no offense, man, but if you want to root against your own team, go find a new team. I'm not going to root against my team. What are you, moron? Laughing out loud flag, win or lose right there. Let's see, JK, let's flip and go. Run it. Hey, that's an idea. First and goal. Thankfully, we saw the timeout. Timeout. That's delaying him. All right, you got a couple shots here. Riley, this is okay insofar as you score in Pittsburgh. Won't have time. Need this. Dave Montgomery. You can't run it here, man. You don't score a touchdown, the game's over. Oh, dang it. My stream is collapsing again. Dang it. So, anyways, I mean, I get some of you guys are negative nannies, but if you want me to actually root against the Detroit Lions and you're a Lions fan, what's that say about you? I mean, I don't know. Bold strategy to root against your own team, I guess. All right, now I got to rebuild this stream again. Come on. There's a snap. Incomplete with 11 seconds left. Goff had room to run. Oops, forgot you can't do that. No. And if he would have been, what a game. It has been a great game, hasn't it? 4th and goal with no timeouts left. Let's go. Goff, yeah. Tesla drop dang. Oh, there. The game would be over. All right. 3rd and goal. 11 seconds. It's got to be in the end zone. Dropped it. Tesla in the end zone, dropped it.
This was an incredible throw by Goff and almost an incredible catch, because that's what you're going to have to do in this situation, because they're dropping everybody. Wow. Okay, Tony.
All it comes down to this.
This is what they really are talking about. This situation right here. The king of the 4th downs.
4th and goal. 8 seconds left. There is a flag. He's Goff in the end zone on the lateral.
There's so many things in this level that I just saw. Could be offensive pass interference, actually. And then they actually did score. When did the whistle get blown? Oh, too much for me. You go ahead, Jim. This is like the 2-point play in Seattle the other night. Yeah, exactly. What is going on here? This could be on the offense. I know everyone expects it to be on the defense. I'm just saying it could be. The Steeler bench is out on the field. I mean, they basically are like ready to walk in as if they've won it and heading home for a victory. Is this going to be a call against Pittsburgh to keep this game alive? Goff is making an appeal. Probably wanted to point out, hey, I scooped up the ball and scored anyway. They're explaining it now to Jared. You got all these possibilities, Tony, including offensive pass interference, which some believe on that Pittsburgh sideline that's going to be the call, which would be the game over because Amon-Ra didn't score anyway. So this is getting all kinds of looks, I'm sure, from New York as well. It's being reviewed. I think Goff ended up with the football. Will this be the play that will usurp the crazy 2-point conversion by Seattle? Is that possible? Rodgers thinks it's over.
They're discussing it because it's a unique rule.
We're looking up here.
They're going to call offensive pass interference.
I think it's going to be offensive pass interference, but they're going to have to accept the penalty because
ruling on the field is a touchdown. However, pass interference, number 14 on the offense. By rule, that penalty is
that's game.
Insert, they even conceded, Gene, that Goff had scored a touchdown. As bizarre as it gets.
Yeah, 100%. And in the NFL, offensive fouls with time expired do not extend.
All right, guys. Well,
we've been discussing whether there was progress on St. Brown and whether there was time. But once Carl Shepherd said the ruling was touchdown, we knew that time had expired. You see the OPI by St. Brown there. And as I said, the play.
all right, guys. Well, almost one heck of a comeback. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you guys in the morning on the next Lions Talk Live.